everybody, I'm Zenith Rule, and welcome back to Zen Streams, where I take a look at the various different games in my backlog, and I stream them, and you can watch as I tear my hair out, trying to get 100% in some of these games. We have already completed Prince of Persia, but I'm still in the middle of both Doki Doki Literature Club and Kingdom Hearts, as you can see. Last time in Kingdom Hearts we had some synthesis, a whole lot of synthesis, and we got the majority of it done. We're almost done, but we still have 2 more items left to synthesize, and that's going to take some time. Maybe not Donald's weapon, but Sora's weapon is going to give us a little bit of trouble. Not as much trouble as the previous weapon, because we don't have to worry about sniper wilds anymore, and I wish I had clipped that moment where I actually got the final Power Stone, because that was a feat in and of itself. But in this stream, all we have left is the Fantasista for the 7 elements for Goofy, and the Ultimate Weapon for Sora. Goofy's gonna be easy. Sora, we just need some Serenity Powers. Serenity Power is not that bad, it's just time-consuming. So we're going to get those, then we're going to go do the Hades Cup. And then we have to do the Hades Cup time trial. And I think we might have to do we're going to have to do it solo in the time trial, but I think we also have to do the time trial for the Hercules Cup as well. So we're going to try to get that all done today. And if we beat that, I'm going to start on the Ice Titan, because I know how to defeat him. So we're gonna try to take care of all of that in this stream. We will see how things go. I don't have any work until Monday at 11 p.m., so let's get this done. Okay. So let's just take a quick look. I know the last one, last time I got the Fantasista for Donald. That was pretty obvious. So yeah, just the 7 elements and the Ultimate Weapon, and we already got the Stormy Stones we need for that. So let's see, Blazing Stone is the Chimera. Blazing Stones are very easy to get, so we're going to get that, and we're going to get 3 Blazing Stones, 1 Frost Stone, 2 more Lightning Stones. Lightning Stones aren't too bad. I'm just going to have to power pause the game to figure out where the thing is. Dazzling Stones are from the Jet Balloon. The Jet Balloons aren't that bad. So we got all that. Mystery Goo, that's going to be time-consuming, and Serenity Power is time-consuming. Here's the thing about Mystery Goo. Okay, they nerfed the drop rate for Mystery Goo, and you cannot raise it, because Mystery Goo it's not a rare drop. It's a drop from a Heartless it's a prize. So the drop rate used to be 40%. It's now 20%, which means that every single time you hit them 3 times in a row with a spell, you have a 20% chance of getting a Mystery Goo. But that's 20% chance each time. So while I might think, oh, I'm just going to go to 5 of them and get the thing, no, it's more like 25. You have like almost a 1 in 25 chance. And I've had times where the RNG was not in my... it was not really helping. And then, so that's going to take time. Serenity Power is going to take time, because you need a specific build for that, and even with that specific build, you only have like a 20% chance. And then Dark Matter we can synthesize easily. So this 7 elements is not going to be a trouble. Ultimate Weapon is. But let's head over and actually figure out what we need to do for this. Alright, so we're gonna start with Halloween Town, because of the Chimera. Again, I really like the Chimera as a as a rare enemy with rare drops, because it may have a specific way of defeating it, but it's not bad. It's really, really interesting, and honestly, like, I've been having a lot of fun with this particular Heartless, more so than some of the other Heartless. I really do hate those Sniper Wilds. I did a poll on my Facebook a while back, and Sniper Wilds are definitely more infuriating than the Pink Agaricus. And I think in this playthrough, I still need to get the Wizard Relic for Donald, if I recall correctly. But that's something that we can grind for later. I don't want to do too much grinding. To be honest, there's been a lot of grinding recently. Let's see, equipment, Donald. Yeah, we don't have the Wizard Relic. Goofy has the Defender Shield, though. Yeah, so we need the Wizard Relic, but that's gonna be later. I'm not worrying about that now.
Fire!
Oh, black mushrooms, of course. I don't understand the spawning of black mushrooms. Like, these are Heartless that can also drop mystery goo, but they rarely drop items at all. I think they also have like a special thing to them as well, but I never really bothered with black mushrooms, simply because I find them to be a waste of time. You're better off going to the white mushrooms, just because they're the fastest way of even obtaining the items that you need. Alright. So, we gotta fight off these mummies. These white knights, as they're called. And, Zen, A03 is down? I don't know what that is. What is that? Or is it A0? I don't know what that is. Hello, kitty. Hey, kitty. No. No, you be nice. Oh, a fanfic site? I don't know what to tell you about a fanfic site. I'm not big into fanfic. Alright, where's the boss? Hey, kitty! What? Stop playing with that. Alright, I think the boss glitched out. Yep. The boss glitched. What happens is, take hours to come back. You can wait a few hours without fanfic. You can wait a few hours. Yes, sometimes the Chimera glitches out for some reason. I don't understand. I think this is only in the final mix. But what happens is it glitches out to the point where you can't fight the boss, so you have to reset it. It's weird. If you would like, I don't have any co-hosts right now, so you can join on in, Ari. Kitty. Don't make me come over there. Kitty. Chiaki. I'm warning you. Shh. This cat. Just remember, Chiaki, if you misbehave, I can always not give you treats. That's a good kid. Alright, let's reload this boss. So yeah, I'm gonna redo this. Let's see, okay. So yeah, I've already gotten that red Trinity mark before, which is weird because sometimes it glitches out and it shows that there is a Trinity mark when there isn't one. It's weird. Do you have to clean the kitchen? Okay. Sorry. But yeah, Chimera's pretty easy. It's just you have to reflect these balls at them. So arrow helps. It's for the most part, it's not that bad. And every single time you reflect a ball back, it's a chance of a drop. Which there we go. We got one blazing stone. We only need 2 more. That's something. That's something. Why did I do Arcanum? Oh, because I have it set up like that. Why did I even put on Ars Arcanum? I mean, it'd be cool, yeah, but like, I don't know. So yeah, ours. We have 2 blazing stones. We just need 3. So let's see. Just gonna double check. Yeah, we need 1 more, so we're gonna have to reload the boss. By the way, for all the new viewers, I do have an announcement to make. I just made a Twitch affiliate last night after I stopped the stream. So, if you guys would like to subscribe to my Twitch channel, you can subscribe at any of the 3 tiers. It just goes directly to helping me support my channel, support my streams and videos. And in order to make this fun, because I want this to all be about fun, I named the different tiers. So for $5, you can be the small SMOL waifu. For the $10 tier, you can be the supreme waifu, and if you want to donate, subscribe at the $25 tier, which, you know, probably not many people are going to do. It's whatever. But this is my final form, is the tier. And you can cheer with bits. So guys, bits are a different story. You don't even have to donate any of your money, and that's the good thing with bits. All you gotta do is click over on the side there, watch an ad. You can get 5 to 10 bits per ad, and then you can cheer bits at me, and that gives me a small percentage of money. I don't really care about the amount of money. I set the cheer level to cheer 1, which means the smallest. Like, you can cheer 1 bit, which I think it's a penny. But I don't really care. I just want to start people cheering and talking because streams are about fun. This is all supposed to be about having fun, especially when I'm grinding for synthesis items. But anyway, bits, lots of bits, subscriptions. Thanks for all those who have followed me already. And we be doing this. We be doing this live. I'm also gonna have to set up emoticons. I haven't actually set up emoticons yet. I need to figure out, because, like, emoticons, you have to make them a very small size, and the pictures that I have are all very big, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. And then Dodger of Zion, my good friend, also said she's gonna help me with a couple other things. just getting everything set up. I have signed the tax paperwork, so I am officially a Twitch affiliate, but like, this is all new to me. I've seen Some Call Me Johnny do stuff with it, but I haven't really I really haven't had the chance to look into specifics of certain things. One thing that I have done recently, as of last stream, is I figured out how to stream PC games and get that out. So I can now, in addition to my Elgato capture, I can stream PC games and all that stuff. So I'm planning on, you know, after Doki Doki Literature Club, I'm planning on doing, what is it? Chogue Dengeki Striker, which I hear is interesting. Planning on doing Wise, or Ys, as it's supposed to be pronounced, like Ys Origins, because I know Twilight has been donating to my Patreon and asking me to do that. The thing is, I beat Ys 1 on PC. It destroyed me, because Dark Fact, the final boss, is supremely luck-based. It is not even funny. Like, seriously? Dark Fact is the worst final boss I have ever encountered, simply because he's a hard fight that can hit hard, but he also, like, the floor falls out around him with his attacks, which means that you only have so many hits before the floor is gone, and that is supremely annoying. And it's like, okay, I have no problem doing this, but like, that really destroyed me. And then I was like, oh wait, I don't have footage of this. I'm gonna have to do that again. Oh god, for the video, and it's just like, I don't want to have to do that, which is why I'm attempting to use either stream footage, or if I have to get footage again, I'll do it. But like, I at least want to get it out with a stream. Like, I don't want to have to do it too many more times. But yeah, so I can stream PC games. I've been working on my setup a little bit, like trying to get the audio for certain things the right way, because in my new house, the audio acoustics are a lot different, and now I found a way that you can actually hear me much better, and like, without really sounding like I'm like, I want the game music to not be overpowering, but you can hear it, and I think I've achieved a pretty good balance, but each game is different, so it's like, okay, it's something that you have to figure out every single time. And it can get annoying. Alright, come on, drop your balls. There we go. Blazing Stone, we got it. We got it. Alright, so we have all 3 Blazing Stones. We need a Frost Stone. So we're going to head over to Monstro. I also need to figure out, like, Twitch alerts. Because there's, like, sound alerts that you can do. Because I know in some Call Me Johnny's streams, whenever he has a death in a game, he has a specific alert, like Goofy's, you know, Goofy's yell and stuff like that, or Ganon's laugh when he dies in Zelda, and I want to replicate that with my own setup, and stuff like that. So there's a few things that I gotta figure out. I love my layout, at least. I do need to change up the best waifu picture. Even though Futaba is still best girl, I need to update that a little bit, but it's hard to think of a waifu that's as good as Futaba. And don't say my waifu is trash. I know she's trash, but Futaba is amazing. So, Natsuki from Doki Doki might replace her. simply because she's cute, and I need to change that up. But yeah, that's gonna be the thing. That's how it's gonna go. It be like that sometimes, yo. I don't know. I'm rambling right now. This is a grinding stream. This is a stream where I'm grinding for items, and so I have to come up with stuff to say. And I don't know where Max is. Max said he was gonna be here, but he might have gone caught up with something. So we'll figure something out. Either way, I gotta finish this. Let's see, Sora. I'm gonna need to exchange some of this stuff. So I'm gonna need elixirs. I'm hoping, yeah, 4 elixirs should be enough, just in case he doesn't drop it. This guy isn't annoying, it's just the drop rate is weird. Sometimes it's 100%, sometimes it's not, because with elixir, it should be 100% drop rate for the Frost Stone, but not always, because I've had times where he doesn't drop anything, even with an elixir. So it's interesting. Come on. Kitty! Why are you going right in front of my screen? Chiaki just walked across in front of the TV. I could not see. Kitty. Oh, you're gonna be like that, huh? Guys, I'm gonna pause for a second because Kitty needs to be punished. You need timeout. Kitty. Come on. You've been good earlier. Now, I'm going to give you a timeout. This is what happens. Alright, sorry about that. Chiaki's in a mood. I guess she's having a big mood or something. But yeah, she's being naughty. And come on. Ghost. There we go. We got our Frost Stone. Alright, I'm gonna give you a potion. Oh no, are you gone? Oh, you're right there. High potion. Oh, now he's gone. Stop disappearing. I'm trying to give you a high potion, Ghost. Okay. Ghost. Okay, now you're being annoying. I'm trying to heal you. You undead bastard. Potion. Set it. Did you phase through the high potion? Ah, that's bullshit. I just want to get out of this area. Goofy, stop using arrow. For the love of God. Summon. I'm just gonna have to summon something because they're getting in my way. I never summon Simba. I probably should summon Simba more, but yeah, I'm just trying to give you a potion. Let me give you a potion. And he's gone, but now I have this summon out. So annoying.
This should help. Courage. Get this
Yeah, I've never used Simba before. I mean, interesting summon, but
Get this strength.
I prefer Tinkerbell if I'm going to summon anything. There we go. It's so stupid that I have to examine the throat just to go back down. It's like, I'm trapped up there. Even when I got the item I needed. Hey, thanks for the subscription, the Makeshift Man. I'm not sure if you're subscribing on YouTube or Twitch, but thank you very much. I'm pretty sure that Twitch notifies me differently, depending on whether it's YouTube or Twitch, because it might show me like the tiers, so that's probably just a YouTube subscription, but thank you. Okay. Now that I have both of those, let's see. So I have the Frost Stones, I have the Blazing Stones. What else do I need? I'm gonna go back and check because we've been streaming for half an hour and trying to figure out what that last thing is. Alright, so Lightning Stone, that's what I'm missing. So I need 2 Lightning Stones, 5 Dazzling Stones. Alright. Lightning Stones are in Deep Jungle. They're annoying. There is a way to stop them, and basically you gotta pause spam, and just pause and figure out where the specific thing is. It's a little bit annoying, but because there's only I believe a 20% chance of a drop each time you hit the correct Heartless. 20% drop rate on every single rare Heartless is so stupid. Like, at least give me something, because it takes forever to find the right one anyway. And if it's only a 20% chance of hitting them, like that just lowers the percentage because you got to hit the right one first anyway. So it's really more like a 10% drop rate at that. Now, come on, drop your Wizard Relic. I'll probably stay in Deep Jungle to get the Wizard Relic, just so I don't have to do that later, because I have to get all the weapons, and all the shields, and all the Keyblades. Most of them are very simple. Most of them, like, aside from Synthesis, most of them are simple to get. Some of them are a little bit annoying, but not too much. Like, getting all the weapons doesn't take very long, aside from getting Wizard's Relic. In my first playthrough of this on PS3 to 100%, the things that I got last were the Defender and the Wizard Relic. But I never have done the Gummy Ship section, so that might take longer. I'll have to see about that. Alright. And once again, Deep Jungle is my least favorite world, simply because there's like 3 different types of rare Heartless here. I mean, if you include the white mushrooms, because most worlds at least have just one type of rare Heartless that you can get. This one, you have the pink Agaricus on one section. You have the lightning stone dropping Heartless. I forget their name. And then you also have the white mushrooms that drop the mystery goo. And like there's just a lot going on. And that means that the spawn rates of these particular Heartless are actually pretty low, because it has to cycle through all these different, like, okay, do we want this to appear here? Do we want this to appear there? Wait. I should have gone off screen. In order to have something respawn, you have to go 2 screens away. Which isn't too bad, but it also means that you have to cover a lot of distance. Okay. See if this guy appears. Okay. So here's the thing. I'm gonna pause. So the one on the right is the one I need. So I'm gonna pause spam. Okay, so it's far right. Okay, we didn't get it this time. Now, it's the middle. Okay. And I think another way to figure it out is the drop shadow. But I haven't... Like, the amount of time you have to figure out who the Heartless is significantly less than you might think. Okay, I believe it's... that one? Ah, crap. Yeah, I messed it up by 1. Goofy, you're in the way. Middle again. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, far right again. There we go. And you didn't drop it, okay. Now, I believe it takes 4 hits to kill them, so that means that we have to find him 4 times. I'm already lost. I think it's the middle one. It gets faster every single time. I'm gonna guess at this. Oh! Okay, I got that one right. And... okay. Going to the right. Far right. There we go. 1 lightning stone down. And you gave me another one. Thank you. Now I don't have to deal with your bullshit anymore. Alright. So that's all the blazing stones, frost stone, lightning stones, so we have those. Now we just need 5 dazzling stones from the jet balloons. And the jet balloons are easy. It's all a matter of drop rate for them. So, I'll get the wizard relic later. Okay. So I'm gonna save. And then we're gonna go over to Neverland. And this is the one rare Heartless in Neverland. Okay, so let's go to the cabin. this is the right area. So, I'm going to go up here. And I'm just going to fight these Heartless just because. Just to clear them out so I don't have to deal with them later. But the jet balloons are outside the ship. And they shouldn't be a problem. So. There we go, jet balloon. Gonna put on arrow. And you dropped 2 dazzling stones the first shot. Oh my god. It doesn't usually do that. So let's see. 2 dazzling stones. I need 3 more. We're doing good in this stream, guys. I don't got much to complain about. And gotta go back out. Alright, come on. Jet balloon. Jet balloon. Oh, you're not a jet balloon. Those are those, I'm not sure what they're called, but essentially what you gotta do is bounce them up. And I've never been able to bounce them more than like 2 or 3 times. Like, this is a prime area to do it because you can fly, but no thanks. They just drop mystery goos. They're not that special a Heartless. I never deal with them. That's regular spawn. Okay. And 3rd time for jet balloon. Nope. Alright, I'm gonna go back down in the hold. RNG at work, folks. This is RNG at its finest. Granted, it's not horrible RNG. Like, we're not talking about like Diablo 3 levels of RNG. And I platinumed Diablo 3. That took forever. It took months of my life. I love Diablo 3, so it wasn't too bad, but wow. Come on, stop throwing your screwdrivers at me. I don't want none of your shit. I just want my dazzling stones. Give me a dazzling stone. You can also give me tech points. That's fine too. Come on. Get over here. You were easy the first time. Why are you giving me crap now? What did I do to you? Besides from, you know, destroy you. I apologize for that. I didn't mean to destroy you. I mean I did, but it wasn't my intention to make you upset. You shouldn't be upset that I killed you. Come on! This is worse than the drive gauge in the first one. Alright, so Dazzling Stone 3. We need 2 more. It's like, just when I'm about to hit it, it goes away. It's like, okay, I need you to stop doing this so I can actually get my item. Because there's a random chance if you're going to drop it or not. If you're going to drop 1 or more or whatever. And that's fine. I'm fine with drop rates. But if I can't hit you, this is going to take a lot longer, guys. It's going to take a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. Alright. Arrow. Get over here. Ah, yes, cornered. Come on. Nope, 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 nope. Come here. Stop flying away so I can destroy you. Thank you. Alright. 1 more Dazzling Stone. And knowing my luck, this is going to be the hard one. Because up until this point, easy peasy. You know, we've only been streaming 40 minutes. We already have 1 weapon pretty much in the can. And that means that I'm probably going to get shit with the Ultima weapon or something like that. Because my luck is like this. I have very, very good luck until I don't. Very good luck, and then all of a sudden, nope, you have the worst luck in the world. And that's usually me with drop rates or with anything I do in life. It happens like that. It as Buns would say, it'd be like that sometimes. Alright, I'm gonna have to go back down to the hold. You just gotta love that RNG. Little bit of random RNG. There be times where we get the item that we want. Other times we're fucked. That's RNG. This has been the RNG theme song for the stream. Somebody clip that. Alright, come on. One more. Get over here. Get over here. There we go. That's the last Dazzling Stone. We did it, yo. We done did it. And now, I'm going to go back and synthesize the item before, like, something bad happens, like the game crashing or something like that. Alright. And we're not going to talk to Tinkerbell because that's the Phantom fight, and I still haven't... I don't remember exactly how to fight the Phantom. I've done it before. It's something stupid, because you have to use like a particular magic when something happens, and like you have to stop time, or I don't know. It's been years since I fought the Phantom. I fought the Ice Titan recently, and that's fine. Okay. Do 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 do. Yes, we did it. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna get dark matter first. So dark matter, I'm gonna need to farm mithrils first and foremost. Now mithrils. In order to synthesize the ultimate weapon, we need dark matters. In order for dark matters, we need mithrils. In order for mithrils, we need mithril stones and mystery goo. So mithril stones we're probably gonna need. Let's see, how many do I need of the dark matters? So for mithrils, I'm probably gonna need 3 dark matter total. So multiply this by 3. 3 times 2 is 6, but we have 1 mithril already, so we need 5 total mithrils. And in order to make 5 total mithrils, we're gonna need 5 mystery goos and 5 mithril stones. So we're gonna make the mithrils, and then we're gonna make the dark matters, and then we're gonna make the ultimate weapon. Isn't synthesis grand? But yeah, so I'm gonna get the 5 mithril stones first, because you know I do not want to. I don't want to have to get the rest of the stuff yet. Okay, and we're gonna be farming. So if we're gonna need 5 mystery goos there, and we're gonna need 5 mystery goos for the ultimate weapon itself, we're gonna need 10 total mystery goos, which means it's a spawn rate of 20%. Oh, dear God. RNG. That's the beauty of RNG. Okay, Ars Arcanum, bye-bye. Leaf Bracer. Is there something I can take off? Because I need Leaf Bracer. I want Tech Boost. Increases the odds of dealing critical damage. Treasure Magnet. I want. What do I have any AP ups? No. Okay, so back to abilities. What can I take off? I could take off dodge roll, but I use dodge roll way too much. I'll take off sliding dash. I don't entirely need that. So leaf bracer, set. Let's go on and get some mithril stones. Okay. Off to Agrabah. This has been 47 minutes of synthesis for one weapon. Let's see how long it's going to take for the Ultima weapon. And to be clear, the Ultima weapon is pretty bad in the sequel, but there's a difference. The synthesis in the sequel is really, really different. It's actually much better handled, and there's like a lot of it is like for the Ultima weapon isn't too bad. Hey Isaac, if you want to jump on into the voice chat, feel free to do so. I'm just doing some synthesis. You know, just trying to get the Ultima weapon is the last thing I need for the synthesis. Alright, so he's in here. Yeah, you know that the pot scorpion is inside the one that you cannot move. Which, I don't know who figured that out, but that's actually really clever. I'm kind of surprised that I didn't pick up on that. But, you know, normal pots, you can move. Right, and now we gotta take this guy on.
I never knew this was a thing.
Yeah, I only knew this was a thing because I was so fed up with him. I was so upset with the scorpion that because I didn't have Eroga, and I'm like, there's got to be something you can do. And they're like, oh yeah, well you don't if you don't move the pots, like the way the pots are set up, like if you try to move them, like you can figure out which one he's not in, and there if you hit all the other pots, there's a percent chance you can get the item just from the pots. So you don't even need to defeat the pot scorpion, which is really cool.
Nice.
So how's it going, Isaac?
Fine. I just got off work. It was like really long day.
Yeah.
Very cold out.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't that fun.
Yeah, I know how that feels. It's been really cold lately. I'm not entirely sure why we haven't gone to spring yet. I mean, yeah, global warming is a thing. But I kind of want... I want spring.
It'll be summer by the time spring hits.
And then we won't get... I think... Does this mean, like, the seasons are getting longer? Like, winter is gonna last, like, 5 months, and then spring is gonna be, like, 5 months, and then summer and winter are longer, too? Is that how that works? Or is it gonna mean shorter for, like, certain things? Because I have noticed winter's been longer.
I honestly don't know, but hopefully doesn't mean we'll get a relenting summer, at least.
We can only hope. Like, I prefer heat, because I get cold very easily. I don't know if you notice, but I'm very skinny. I have no body weight, which means that I freeze very easily.
I tend to not stand the cold either way.
I'm inside most of my time, which is why streaming is perfect for me, since I don't have to go outside. But yeah. Hey, new people, how's it going? we be doing some synthesis, yo. If you feel so inclined, watch some ads while I'm playing. Twitch has actually moved it around so that you can watch and listen to me at the same time, and you can cheer with some bits and whatnot. It's all good.
All good up in here.
All good up in here. So how's things going with Tails?
With Berseria, I don't know how far I can actually just say I am. I have all my party members right now. I got my butt kicked by the supposed final boss.
Yeah, I know how that be. I remember the final boss of Grace's F, or what I thought was the final boss, and I got my ass handed by that guy.
Richard?
Yeah. Well, it was originally Richard, and then it's Sophie. Was it Sophie? It's been a while since I've platinumed Grace's F.
Oh, well, depending on the main game, the final boss would be Lambda.
Yes.
Who comes after Richard.
And then there's the Foja Queen.
Yeah, she's from the F arc.
Yep. But yeah, Grace's F is great. Progress right now with Tales of Symphonia, because a lot of this is new to me. Granted, I think the farthest I ever got in my first playthrough was I met Zelos, but I didn't get much farther than that. So I got to Tetheala. Right now I'm currently I just beat okay, I don't want to give spoilers away. So I beat the Angel, and I beat the party member, the mysterious one, and then no wait, I didn't end up beating that extra fight. So I beat the Angel, and then I got my ass kicked by the second guy, and then the third guy came in and I got my ass kicked, but thankfully they're optional fights.
The second fight is pretty difficult, but it can be done.
It can be. I'm planning on doing it.
I recently started to replay it myself, and I seem to have developed this strange habit of wanting to get all the arts, or at least some of the good ones. So lately, I've been grinding out battles to use up certain arts that require you to there are certain arts you can only get if you use them enough times.
Like the certain texts and stuff like that.
Yeah. I like the term arts. It's stuck with me since Abyss, and it's just my go-to word for it. But anyway.
It makes more sense, yeah.
Anyway. There are some moves you can only get after you use certain arts a number of times. Some require 50, some require 200. Thankfully, that's about as high some anyway will get. Because I know some of them look really tempting. I know Zelos has a few that I want to get. That's why. So I would actually go and just do a lot of battles trying to use up all the arts that require those number of uses. It would take a while, but it gives me good gold experience, which I think puts me a bit overpowered, which is why I was able to beat the second guy at the tower.
I've been trying to use the arts as much as I can. I just got Hunting Beast, so I got all the level 2 arts from I think it's the S tree for him, because there's the S tree and the T tree. But I remember looking, I used Tiger Blade over 500 times. I love that
move. There's a lot of arts that you end up using a lot because they combo into other arts very easily.
Demon Fang doesn't really combo all that well, but I find that Tiger Blade works really well, and then once I get level 3 arts, I'll probably do Sonic Sword Rain into another art. Into Supersonic. Well, you can't do Supersonic Thrust because that's a level 2 art, but you So, yeah, I'm at the Silverant base right now, and I'm about to go to Tetheala, and so I've been playing that in my free time, and I mean, I have been live tweeting, so you kind of know where I am. I beat all the 3, I'm gonna call them Kramels, even though they're not Kramels. I beat Undine, Ifrit, and Sylph. Sylph is actually the hardest one.
Yeah, because there's like 3 different enemies you gotta fight at once.
And so I had to develop a strategy. I defeated the shield one first. So I would do the shield one first, then the blow and arrow one, I think, is the next highest. Or, no, I think it was this... Yeah, I think it went bow and arrow, and then sword, if I remember correctly. But I basically went in order of how high their health was. But the only way that I found to beat them in my current state without grinding, because I didn't want to grind too much, I had to put Kratos in the party along with Rain and Sheena. Because those two, like, I have 2 healers, and then Sheena can summon if need be.
Mm-hmm.
Although, she's only summoned Ifrit once.
Well, you can also, like, set which... excuse me.
Okay. Okay, Mithril Stone. Alright, we got 2 more to get. And, so yeah,
Alright, I'm back.
Alright, welcome back.
What I was talking about.
Mm-hmm. Hello?
I'm still here.
Okay, sorry, you cut out for a second there.
What was I talking about?
We were talking about Kramels, Undine, Ifrit, and Sylph. And...
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you can pretty much assign which arts you want her to use.
Yeah, I probably should assign them more. I've been more focusing on having like the healing be the focus for certain characters, but I never customized Sheena's layout because of the way she started up.
Since she would be on autopilot, just pick which one you want to have her use and turn off the other summons.
That's true.
Karn's the only one you can use anytime, but even then, probably best for like union attacks.
I've never actually used it.
It's not particularly strong, but it's a free art, and it's just like, bonk.
I love Corinne, and I'm intrigued about the backstory of Corinne because, like, I got the extra scene where she basically says that, like, the people who raised her abused her. So I'm interested to see what that is all about, but we'll see.
Yeah, you'll get it once you get to Tetheala.
Mm-hmm.
Some will still require you to see skits, but otherwise I think you'll get the bulk of it from the story.
Yeah. I'm interested to learn more about Presea, because Presea's, like... Presea has a very interesting backstory, from what I've gathered so far, because I know she is mute, can't say anything. She almost feels like how Colette was turned into, like, an angel, like, with the Angelus project. So I wonder if, like, this is a result of that, because Rhode Isle is the one behind that. And then Zelos is just... Zelos-sama is amazing.
He's a lot of fun.
He's a jerk, but he's a lovable jerk.
He does have plenty of good development.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I haven't gotten very far, considering, like, from what I understand, I'm like a third of the way through Disc 1.
Oh, which version are you playing?
PS3.
Okay.
Yeah, like,
yeah,
I'm playing the
was
upgraded.
like the one where there were 2 discs.
Mm-hmm.
Which is reasonable.
Yeah, it is reasonable. Like, I have no problem with multiple discs.
Even like, because there were still like multi-disc games still, so
Yeah.
this was a fair thing. Just the fact that we're only 2 discs should be an accomplishment, considering like FF7 was like how many? 3 discs?
FF9 was
then-
4.
4?
Yeah, 4 discs. FF9 is a great game, but it's long. And the thing is, I have 2 copies of Final Fantasy IX, and that's simply because disc 2 doesn't work on one, and disc 3 doesn't work on another, because CDs scratch far too easily, and I take meticulous care of everything, but it's just how it works. And even sometimes it's just a glitch within the game, so I had to constantly switch between discs, and I don't know which is which sometimes.
Good thing for PSN.
Yeah, that's why I prefer PSN, and if I ever stream Final Fantasy IX, which it'll be in the future, when I stream Final Fantasy IX, that'll, I essentially will, be playing the digital version. I don't like digital games, I prefer physical, but I already own a physical copy, so that's not that bad in the grand scheme of things.
Right.
Alright, I have my mithril stones. I'm heading over to Deep Jungle again. We be grinding. We're gonna be grinding some mystery goo. Which is, this is gonna take the longest time. I probably am just gonna grind until I have 10. Simply because, you know, that's gonna take forever.
So, besides Hades Cup, have you done any of the secret fights in this game yet?
On the PS3 version, I stopped at the Ice Titan, I defeated him, but in the past, like not recently, but in the past, I've defeated all of the extra bosses. I've defeated Unknown, Phantom. It's just a refresher course, because when I recently tried the Ice Titan again, I made the mistake of using Arrow, and that makes his icicles far too big.
Oh.
Yeah, it sucks.
I haven't had any luck beating any of them. And I've been able to beat them on the PS2 version when I was younger. I don't know why I haven't been able to do it now. Oh, I'll let you concentrate.
It's okay. I can listen to both. But yeah, like...
I mean, it's the mushroom that's so picky that you have to do everything it tells you.
Yeah, and you have to focus, especially when these guys are in the goddamn way. And if you hit them wrong, or if you use the wrong spells at the wrong time, you have either a less chance of getting a mystery goo, or you don't get it at all, and it sucks a lot of ass. And then they're timed, because they go away after a certain amount of time.
And there's 3 of them.
There we go. So that's 1. Give me a mystery goo. Okay, I actually got one. This is a rare...
Still doing push-ups.
It's a rare occurrence to actually get a mystery goo first try in this playthrough. In my experience, you get 1 every like 20 minutes, and so this is not going to be fun. But 9 more to go.
I'm just, I'm just watching from the stream and not,
Yeah.
Yeah, I now just saw the mystery goo drop.
Yeah. Oh, and they disappeared. Okay, good job. Alright, so let me just... Yeah, I have 1 mystery goo, 9 to go. But back to the hidden bosses, like, they're all hard in their own way. And, like, the Ice Titan is different in the fact that there's a strategy to it, and a lot of people will say, oh, just use guard to deflect the projectiles. It's very unreliable to do it that way, but if you jump, do the short hop and attack for the icicles multiple times in a row, you can actually do much more damage, and then eventually you'll stun him so he can actually be hurt. Ice Titan's probably the weakest of them, simply because he has a method like that. Sephiroth takes patience. Lots of patience.
I'm used to the guard method for Ice Titan.
I'm just not good at that.
I haven't gotten a good grasp of it since the PS2 days, so
like,
yeah, if I ever go back to them, I'm gonna have to really look up and see what it is I have to do.
Mm-hmm. It's not horrible. Like, the guard method still works. It's just I stopped using guard, actually, simply because it was very imprecise, and I prefer dodge roll. And if you use dodge roll and guard at the same time, like, it's very hit or miss which one you actually use, because there is context to it. Like, it's context sensitive, like button presses. But the problem is that if you're moving, you use dodge roll. If you're not moving, you use guard. But say I want to use dodge roll, like, right from an attack or something. It chooses at random which it wants to do sometimes.
Oh, I get you.
And that's, like, I use dodge roll and glide the most to dodge everything. Other than that, like, the Ice Titan is like I said, is simple. Phantom, I forget how to fight him.
He's based on magic elements. Whatever orb color he has, I think you gotta match it, or it has to be the weakness.
I'll have to look
But
that
I think
up.
you have to do it enough times where he eventually becomes targetable. Oh, and you also gotta freeze the clock tower.
Oh yeah, because it's a time fight, and that sucks. I hate timed. Like, I hate... Yeah, this is an unpopular opinion, but I didn't like Majora's Mask because I hate timed events. I don't like lightning returns because of that.
But Majora's Mask is easy.
I know, but
Returns though.
I always get, like, I don't want to say anxiety because I don't think that's the right word, but I always get, like, bent out of shape whenever I have to do something under a certain amount of time. And when I get to the Crash Insane trilogy, like, it's not gonna be fun.
At least in Majora's Mask, you can go back in time. I don't know. Isn't Lightning Returns you have to do it in one try?
No, well, like...
It's like, I think that if you do certain events, you can extend the amount of time you have, but everything is basically done on one single playthrough.
I'm pretty sure that you have to go and do certain things, and it's like you get certain items. It's weird how they do it, and the thing is, Majora's Mask allows you to slow down time, and it also allows you to reverse time, and, like, there's a lot of things that you can do. And I love the dungeons in Majora's Mask. Don't get me wrong. I think Majora's Mask is a fantastically designed game. I just don't like the time element.
Just imagine how bad it would have been if they had it set to a whole week.
Oh, God.
You know, in the original development, Majora's Mask had like a 7-day time limit. Imagine all the programming they would have to do to make it work.
Oh, God. Like, that would have been so much more programming. And this was on the N64. They had to use a special chip just to get it to work. Just to get the graphics to that.
Yeah. They were originally going to put it on the N64 disk drive.
Yeah, it was originally going to be the disk drive, but that got canceled. It's weird how...
canceled in America. It still came out in Japan.
Ah, right. But it's weird how Nintendo had the opportunity to use disc-based systems, but they didn't. They stopped it twice. And it didn't really catch on there, and they've moved back to cartridges, but cartridges are actually much better now. Honestly, I prefer Vita cartridges to anything. Vita cartridges are great. I love regular cartridges. like for the Switch games and stuff like that. Like, you can store a lot of memory on these, and they're so sturdy. They last a long time, and that's the important thing. Like, having something last that long.
They just don't taste very good.
Have you licked your Switch cartridge today? Let me tell you, son. You're not a real YouTuber unless you've licked a Switch cartridge.
Wow.
And I'm never gonna do that because that's just stupid. Like, I get the idea. I get that. Like, they're doing
It's a detergent.
It's a detergent, and like, it's not life-threatening, and like, people do it. They put it there just to make sure that people don't do it, and now people are doing it. It's like the Tide Pod challenge. These are detergents. Like, don't ingest them.
Well, I mean, at least they're not like toxic, like Tide Pods.
Yeah. Hello and welcome to the Tide Pod challenge. I'm Zenith with Rule saying fuck that. Hey, what up? It's your girl Z, and I'm not going to do that. So yeah, yeah, we're gonna be here for a while, folks. Just because of Mystery Goo, and the Wizard's Relic. I'll just work on that now because that's gonna be annoying.
Good thing I have me some Fire Emblem.
Yep, Fire Emblem is always helpful. Fire Emblem, the mobile game's pretty good too. Like, the Fire Emblem in general is a good series, and I wish I had more free time to play. And I know you can record gameplay from mobile games, which is what I'm eventually going to do when I, record stuff for Kingdom Hearts Union X Cross or whatever, because I guess I'm going to have to play that in order to understand what's going on in Kingdom Hearts, because apparently that's part of things with the Master of Masters and whatever's going on.
Even though it's set back how many years before the games?
This is before Birth by Sleep. This is the Keyblade War, and it should be very interesting. This should be the highlight of the series. I just don't like how they...
mostly guys in avatar suits and people going it through time.
It's a fun mobile game. It is a fun mobile game, but it's a mobile game. It's like, it's one of the better examples of its genre, and I'm not gonna knock it because it's very well produced, it's very well handled, but it's still structured like a mobile game in the fact that you have these short 15-second battles, and there's like hundreds of them. There's like, I want to say there's maybe 500 to start off with, and they like kept going with it. I think there's 800 now.
800.
Like, in Japan, they're probably going to get to 1,000 before like the story even gets... The story gets going around like level 300 or something like that. That's how long it takes. And I've only gotten to like episode like 175, and then I restarted because I stopped playing for like 3 years, and I got a new phone, and now I got a new phone again. So I don't know if my progress is gonna be saved or what. I haven't played in forever, and it's like, I really do get the appeal because I'm engaged when playing it, but it's just it puts me out of it that I can't play it for long stretches of time, and like, it's created for people who don't have a lot of time. I don't have enough time to play it to complete all of these chapters. Come on. Yeah, I didn't get a mystery goo that time either, and there's no way to up the chances of getting a mystery goo. And like, prize drops, you can't up the chances of getting a prize drop. And the fact is that this is all RNG, 'Cause it's RNG.
The RNG guns are not in your favor right now.
RNJesus hates me, okay? It takes me forever to get stuff, and on stream it actually takes less time, but even still, it takes forever to get stuff. And if I remember correctly, like, you get 100% chance of getting arts of a certain thing if you get if you hit them with the same spell 3 times. 100% drop for the arts, 20% drop for the mystery goo. So 20% drop for the mystery goo, and if you hit them with 3 different spells, it's a 10% drop. So it's like, yeah, you can't afford to not hit them with the right spells, because that means you're pretty much guaranteed to not get the drop of your choosing.
Of course.
And once again, this was nerfed in Final Mix. In the original game, the drop rate was 40% for Mystery Goo. Think about that. Like, that's double the chances.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. Like, you know, that would mean that about once every other battle you would get something, which makes sense. Like, you know, it's fairer than it taking 15 tries just to get 1 mystery goo, and then having to do it 10 times in a row for the ultimate weapon if you don't have the mithril stone or the dark matter. And you can't, like, just save this stuff around, because you need dark matter for other weapons, and you need mithril for other weapons, which means that you're going to be grinding this for a while, and it's not fun. This is
Can't imagine how Kingdom Hearts 2 will be with that.
Kingdom Hearts 2 is a lot better in terms of drop rate, but also in terms of, like, how it's structured, because since the synthesis, while it's still a grind, is much more related to items that you can find on the field of battle. Like, so I don't know if they added any rare Heartless to that game in Final Mix. I've never played Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. I've only played the original version.
They added a bunch of stuff. Like, have you heard about the
Mushroom 13 and then the Data 13? Like, you basically fight. You fight the Organization 13 members twice. Once regular and once the Data form, which I'm glad, because I was kind of upset in Kingdom Hearts 2 that Organization 13 was only like 6 people.
Well, they expected you to play the Game Boy Advance game.
I never finished. I got to Riku 2 and I just lost it.
Yeah, they pretty much expect you to play every game to understand the story.
I played 358 over 2 days. I may be in the minority, but I love 358 over 2 days. I like the panel system. I thought it was fun. Yeah, there was a lot of missions, but there was a lot more story involved in it. Even if the story unfolded a little bit slowly, it did a good job of setting the stage for everything, and I had fun with the game. I think Xian's a great character, and I'm probably gonna have to find an emulator or like a way to play it, play the game like via PC, so that I can actually stream it, because I own a copy. I just don't have any way of capturing footage from my 3DS. And the capture cards are expensive. And yeah, it's like the person who does it, because there's very few people who make the capture cards. The person who does it specifically only takes requests every so often, which means like sometimes you're gonna have a chance of getting it, but that's if you have the money.
The game seems like interesting because of the it's like, how many different What are the odds of you being able to play as other characters outside of Sora and the like?
In other games,
Especially
yeah.
villains.
I love that factor, and I played as the villains. I used the multiplayer feature because you can play with your friends, and that is really cool. Like, there's a really nice element of you can play in your friends' games and help them with you. And I had friends who had DSs at the time, and we played together. I played on my way to school in the bus and during classes because I slept through most of my classes. I know it's horrible, but I did really, really well. I was very smart. Yeah, like I played this a lot when I was a kid, when I had more free time, and I wasn't worried about all the stuff that I am today, such as hey, I have to stream this, I have to let's play this, I have to edit this video, which I've got a preview from my editors of the Danganronpa video. I'm impressed so far. It is a little bit costly, but for what I'm doing, like, this is really good for my purposes. So yeah, I'm very happy with it. Oh, come on.
I think you can still play as Sora and his friends in that game. Like, can't you play as Goofy and Donald in there?
Yeah, they're unlocks. Okay, come on, drop mystery goo. No, you dropped a blaze gem. That's another drop. It's... give me the mystery goo, damn it. I've been a good person. I'm a good person. I pay my taxes. Just let me have the mystery goo.
It probably doesn't taste that well.
I wonder who decided, like, hey, we can use this item for synthesis. Oh, it's just this goo that drops from enemies. Okay. Why are you using it? Why are you picking it up? Who picks up a mystery goo and says, yeah, that's totally what I'm gonna be. I'm gonna put this goo and attach it to a weapon. Oh god. It reminds me of that Spoonie skit that he did of, I think it was like in Final Fantasy X-2, of like just putting random shit on your weapon and just having it work for no reason.
I don't know.
Alright, I don't want to deal with you. Yeah, I'm probably gonna gain like so many levels just trying to get the ultimate weapon. But
Well, at least then you'll be ready for Sephiroth.
I'll at least be ready for Sephiroth. And like, so I forget, Kurt's Isa wasn't that bad, if I remember correctly.
He was a pain because he locks your heals right off the bat, locks your magic pretty much.
That's why you have to do you have to summon Tinkerbell from the very start.
I mean, even then, he just seemed like he was harder than anything else.
I don't know. Unknown was the worst. Unknown is...
That's Final Mix?
Yeah, that's Final Mix exclusive. Unknown is basically Xemnas. Xemnas shows up...
Spoilers!
It's spoilers for a 10-year-old game. No, 16-year-old game. Sorry.
Like Symphonia?
Yeah. No, there are people who still shout spoilers for the Eris's death stuff, and I'm like, guys, we know, okay? This game is like 20 years old.
So maybe they'll bring her back in the remake.
No, they shouldn't put that in as DLC. That to me betrays the original spirit of what the game is. Like, the whole point of that sequence is that she sacrificed herself. Like, I don't know. Do you watch MatPat by any chance? Game Theory?
I don't.
Okay, Game Theory basically did this whole thing about how Eris didn't technically die from the stab. What actually, like, she could have been saved. It's just they did not save her. So like go watch Game Theory. Game Theory's great. But like there's this whole video about how like that stab may have wounded her, but not fatally, and it was Cloud putting her in the water and letting her drown that actually killed her. Yeah. But that's just a theory. A game theory.
I don't know. I still kind of think, though, it might be possible. But if nothing else, I just settle for, like, a fairy sprinkling life on her, and it's like, I'm okay.
It's like, they have healing magic. You can't heal a sword wound.
Exactly! They have the power to do stuff, and they never use it.
Like, it works in some games because, like, you don't have the chance to do it. But, like, other times it is really annoying how they refuse to acknowledge, that these things exist. At least have an anti-magic field generator or something like they did in 8. Like, I don't like 8. But, like, they at least had explanations for certain things. Oh, God. My cat is meowing at the door. I may have to get her. So, yeah, let me go get my cat. I will be right back. Okay. You're gonna be good, right? You're gonna be good? Okay. Here. Oh. Say hi to the stream. Hello.
Hello.
Alright. Be good. So, welcome to the Chiaki stream, starring Zenith. Chiaki, she loves to make her presence known in these streams, because she either meows, or she jumps on my lap. Like so. Hello. Hello, kitty. Oh, you're being good this stream. There you go. That's a good kit. That's a good kit. Alright, we're going to be playing some Kingdom Hearts, kitty. Give me some luck. I'm going to need some luck. Be my RNJesus. Alright. By the way, I'm probably going to be streaming for like 4 or 5 hours. I want this done this stream. I do not want to have to do this anymore. And knowing how many things
You could almost do Hades Cup first and then go back to grinding.
I could, but that would mean I would save something I hate for last. It's like, I don't like the gummy ship missions, but at least I know that I can do them. I've done a few of them, and it all really revolves around making a good gummy ship, so that's fine. It's just, this is the stuff that I hate about the game. We're gonna get that out of the way first. And yeah, it is a Sunday night, so I don't know how many people are actually gonna be around at like 9 p.m. on a Sunday, since people have to work. I am lucky in that I don't. Otherwise, I would Otherwise, I would be streaming on Fridays and not Saturday, Sunday. So let's talk a little bit more about Tales. So what Tales games have you played?
Let's see. In no particular order, I've played the remake of Tales of Destiny.
Is that the Destiny 1 or Destiny 2?
There's only one remake of... Well, there's two remakes of Tales of Destiny. R and Director's Cut.
Okay.
Director's Cut adds like a new story campaign for one of the main characters. And also gives you some arts that you can only get through a promotional deal in R, but you can get them normally now.
Okay.
And what there are anyway, they're basically like a more streamlined version of the original. Like some of the plot is a bit more condensed, but you get a lot of good voice acting, some revised scenes, including one in particular that I personally like over the original. I've seen what the original did with it, and I think the remake does it a bit better.
Mm-hmm.
And just things like that. And like with a nice 2D sprite work and 3D backdrop.
Now, I'm just trying to clarify because I know they mislabeled Tales of Eternia.
Yeah, this is the original Destiny remake, basically.
Okay.
Eternia, which over here got called Destiny 2.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Which is stupid. I guess they wanted to keep people on the same train, even though Eternia is a better game.
I think it's because of the copyrights, but also I think it's because of the copyrights, because of He-Man.
True. That might have at the time. I know that the developers of He-Man are no longer around. So that's not even a thing anymore. Oh, another blaze gem, god damn it. This is gonna take forever.
It just prevents us from getting the real Destiny 2, unfortunately, which got a PSP port.
No.
Which also got some additions. I've also played Symphonia, of course.
Yeah.
It was practically my first game. I played Legendia, which was on the PS2.
I've heard bad things about that one.
I liked the story, but the gameplay is not very... Like, it's not very...
Good?
It's not up there. Compared to Symphonia and Abyss, it's not up there at all. Like, it's not very good. But the story is actually pretty solid, in my opinion.
Okay.
And it also has a really good soundtrack. Like, if you were to listen to some of the soundtrack, I think you would find it to be among the best in the series.
Oh, wow. Is there a version that includes a copy of the soundtrack? Because I know some games do that.
No.
Oh.
But let me see if I can find it really quick.
Drop your relic. Drop your wand.
Like, it's very different compared to, like, the other games.
Yeah.
In terms of, like, how they work.
They did a lot of experimentation back in those days, because, like, the early games are very different. I kind of miss the Eternia Kreml system, because, like, it was much more involved. But at the same time, like, I really like Symphonia's way of doing things. Symphonia's combat and story, and Grace's combat is great.
Yeah, I'll get to those in a bit. I posted.
Look at this kid. She's just like lounging around, like, "Hey, I'm upside down on your lap."
Yeah, I posted a link to the soundtrack. But anyway.
Okay.
Well, something I also noticed with the English version of Legendia, the first half of the game, or rather the main... Okay, first I want to establish something. I think with Legendia, it's kind of they went the same approach as with Graces, where like you have the main game and then like an extra story arc.
Mm-hmm. Like, I think.
Well, okay, the second half pretty much it's like character quests. Every character gets like a major story arc of sorts, but they all seemingly connect to the other major plot line going on in that arc.
Mm-hmm.
Because something really bad happens to the world, but first you have to go through some things, and there again, it's what I think makes the story pretty good in that one.
Mm.
But here's the thing: for some reason, in the English version, despite having voice acting in the main game, there is no voice acting during the character quests.
Really?
Not during the story, just during battle, and then like the random skits that you get. And I mean like regular skits, because in that game they use skits for like the story part. Like, because of how the sprites work, they obviously had to use skits to convey some of the cutscenes. But despite doing skits during the story parts there, they don't have voice acting. It's only during the random parts, the random skits, that they have voice acting. Sorry, I'm losing my voice here. Basically, only random stuff, you get voice acting at that point. That's it. And then battle. I don't know why they did it, or if they just ran out of money, but that's just how it was.
It's kind of weird, because I remember the original Tales of Symphonia, and I don't know if this is true or not, but in Disc 2, Lloyd isn't voiced by, Robin. It's just not voiced at all.
In the original? Because I could have sworn he was in that one. It's only once you got to the PS3 that he had his new voice actor, because I guess licensing unions.
It's weird because he's in the first part of the game.
No, because what it is like, because they basically took the original game and imported it. Mm-hmm. They were allowed to keep the same voice actors, but for new stuff, like some of the characters have new arts, they have to like use the new voice actors, because I guess they weren't able to get the old ones.
That's weird.
But some of the time it just seems weird. Like, you may notice a slightly lower pitch, and it's especially noticeable during like union attacks, because they definitely have like new arts for that. But yeah, it's more or less during the new stuff in battle or whatever that you'll hear the new voice actor.
Kitty, what are you doing?
Because otherwise, it's pretty much the same game, same voice actors as before.
Look at this cat. Look at her. She's not even on my lap anymore. She's falling down. Wait for the stream to catch up. You'll see her.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And now she's falling. She's gonna fall, and then zoop, liquid kitty. Hey, you did this to yourself. I didn't do nothing.
Oh, yeah, I see it now.
She does this all the time. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
So, I mean, it's kind of interesting with a lot of the older Tales games. As they get more of a budget, they start, like, adding more things to it. Like, we didn't have voiced skits in either Symphonia or Abyss. We had them in Legendia, but not in the other two games.
Kitty, don't do that. Hold on one second. Ooh, don't knock down the microphone. Test.
I'm still here.
Okay, I need to reposition my mic. She does this all the damn time. The way I have my setup is, to my right is my computer. To my left is my microphone. I have it set up that way so that I can watch the game, which is directly in front of me. And you can see me without me, like, turning away. And the wire for the microphone is down there. It's in the middle. She dropped down and she started walking. She got her front paws over it. And she kept walking and she got tangled in the cord.
Oh, I know how that is.
And this is the second time she's done this recently. Third time in memory where, like, the first time she knocked down the microphone, she almost did that again. Hey, don't attack it, kitty. Anyway, I apologize. What were you saying?
It's kind of interesting that the further down we got with the Tales games, the more budget we got, the more things we got that the originals had.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember when we got the original Destiny, that game had skits as well. Because on the world map, you would notice, like, your party just in a separate window walking on what would be their version of the map. In the original, in the Japanese version, I mean, if you left it alone for a little bit, they would eventually start talking. And that would basically be like a skit.
Okay.
That doesn't happen in the English version, obviously, because, like, everything was in Japanese anyway.
Yep.
Now, I imagine if we did get Fantasia for that version, for that game, for that system, sorry, it would likely have been the same deal. We wouldn't get any English voice actors like we did in Eternia.
I would at least be happy for a Fantasia remake, because everyone says, oh, Tales of Abyss is the best, Tales of Fantasia is the best.
Abyss is the best, story-wise, anyway.
Better than even
Gameplay
Symphonia?
definitely has gotten better over the years.
It's very
every
hard
game
to
they
say.
Every game they always make the battles more interesting, more streamlined. Berseria especially can be pretty fun, given how they... But I'll save for a little bit. But anyway, Fantasia, they did remake it a few times.
They did?
Because
Okay.
it originally was on the Super Famicom, then
Yep.
they updated to the PS1, where it had, like, the graphics from Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
Then they ported it to the Game Boy Advance, which would be the first time we got it, and with the horrible voice acting.
Yeah, I'm not going to play
And
the
the
Game Boy port.
localization wasn't very good.
Yeah.
Then they ported it again to the PSP, this time with full voice acting. So it wasn't just in battle, you actually had story cutscenes with dialogue. I don't remember if they had skits in that one or not, but they definitely updated the battle system a bit more.
Was that the final remake? Because...
No.
Okay.
Because then they did it again, but this time they packaged it with another remake for Narakiri Dungeon, which it started on the Game Boy and it became its own little series. But this one was a remake. It had graphics similar to Destiny R, and it was basically a better Symphonia 2.
Okay.
Because you can actually play as the other characters, you can give them stuff, you can level them up, you know, like a normal party.
What system was that for?
PSP.
God. Like...
PSP is easy to emulate. It's
It-
just there's no, I don't think it has an actual English translation. But either way, that game actually came with another version of Fantasia. This one adds a new party member who's also present in the remake of Narakiri Dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
She shows up periodically, and they even made a little sprite for her in the same style as the Destiny game.
Here's the thing. I really would like at least a Vita version, because, like, Vita is easier for me to grab footage for. It's like, yeah, I can emulate it, but I don't want to have to because I prefer to own the game. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but, like, I feel like if I'm not playing the actual game, like, if I don't own the game and I'm not playing the actual game, like, I I don't really enjoy it as much. I don't know. It's weird for me because like I don't mind emulating things, but I have to own it first.
Right.
Let's see the games that I have played. I own Tales of Hearts. What's up?
I'm sorry. I had a few more, but I'll let you hear what. I'll hear what you have to say.
Let's see. I've played Tales of Hearts R a little bit. I really like Hearts, but it's like one of those games like I put down and I need to come back to it. I'm probably.
You played the DS? Wasn't that on the 3DS or DS before R?
I played the Vita version.
So that would be R.
Yeah, Tales of Hearts R, which is, it's very good, but it's one of those things where I feel like portable systems are harder for me to play RPGs on, simply because I'm holding the machine for so long.
Right.
So if I do stream that, it'll be on my PS TV, which that was a worthwhile purchase. It doesn't play everything, but it plays enough. Let's see. I've played. I've completely 100%ed Grace's F, and I like Grace's F in the battle system. I've played.
I feel like Grace's F has the best battle system, period.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a variation of Destiny R's, where you have the chain capacity, only now you have 3D field to work with.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also nice with the title system.
My favorite thing is the blocking system, because I believe it's blocking with square, and then you can shift around the enemy for a much easier fight.
Yes, sidestepping.
Sidestepping was the best thing to happen to this franchise.
And of course, if you timed it right, it like mitigates the damage.
Yeah, like it does a really good job with that, and like I loved the characters. I loved Sophie. I love, I just love Tales of Graces. I think Symphonia has a better story from what I've played.
Yeah, I wouldn't say Graces has the best story, but it is still a good story.
It's a good story. I just have
gameplay was the best part of it.
Yeah, I just have two problems with Grace's F stories. First of all, I don't really feel like they did a good job with Richard, because like you're supposed to like feel for him, and I get that, but it's like they don't understand he's evil even when he like pretty much murders a guy.
Twice. He killed a soldier and he killed his uncle, who we've only seen once.
So it's like, I
mean, excluding his appearance in the extra dungeon.
Yeah, excluding that.
But spent a little more time with, outside of side quests anyway, like actually learning about this guy.
Yeah, like let's say we learn more about Richard. We stay with him a little bit more, and that way I would get behind him much more. I think that would have been fine. But
I liked him in the F arc, at least, because he has a really good scene with Sophie in that one.
Yep, kitty, Chucky. Psst, 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 psst. Get down. Psst. Get down.
Well, I do like how he plays once you get to that point, because he has more moves available.
Mm-hmm.
In the original, you pretty much got what you had during the main game, but with this and the F arc, so much opens up and it's so satisfying.
It is. I'm sorry, my cat's being a pain. Chiaki. Don't. Down. No. I'm out. All right. I am back.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Chiaki appears to be in one of her moods. It's one of those things where she'll be good for a minute, and then she starts climbing stuff in the background, and then she starts to knock down my action figures in the background, and I don't want that. So she's out of the room again. Yeah, we were talking about Richard and Grace's F. I think he's a good character. I just think he needed more. And I think the biggest problem with that is my second problem with the entire game, the time skip. Time skips are hard to do in general. It's really hard to make them work, and I've seen so many time skips I've hated. Like, I don't like Wicked because of the time skip. Because the time skip, you don't learn anything about what's there. I don't like the time skip in Fairy Tail because there's no need for them to happen at this point. It's just the author writes himself into a corner.
Kinda got it though. I kinda get what he was trying to go for.
Yeah, but
it basically shows the kind of power that Acnologia had.
But
and what the cost it took to just keep them alive.
Did they
basically took all their reputation and sent it down the toilet?
True, because all their best wizards
Somehow,
were there.
Though, even though I question how they lost all that rep from the tournament, but that's another story.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to the tournament, but I stopped reading because I'm like, they had a very, very good arc with the entire like recruitment arc and everything was fantastic, and then all of a sudden Acnologia came. If they had done the time skip after a different arc, I would have been fine with it, simply because we were at a point where everyone was victorious and then everything was taken away, and I don't like that. But the way the time skip is handled in Grace's F, I felt like there was a bit of story missing. That's what a time skip feels like. Like, yeah, we're supposed to get to a different point in their lives, but I felt like something was missing.
I don't know.
Maybe it's
the
just
story of that didn't really start until the monsters started picking up.
Mm-hmm.
And they were just now deciding to do something about it.
Which, it's fine. It's not a major issue I have with Grace's F. It's just an issue I have with Grace's F as a whole.
I just think the pacing of that game could have been better.
Yes, I totally agree with that. The pacing was either too fast, or it didn't seem to have enough breathing room. Which,
like, this is somewhat the same kind of pace that Destiny R had, but with Destiny R, it was like a remake of an older game.
Yeah.
And a lot of the scenes in that could be too long, but easily condensed. This is like a main game that, even on a new system, you could still keep it to being normal length of a regular game.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where I feel like it almost makes it feel like an older game, and yeah, Grace's F is a remake of an older game. But it's
with an added story arc.
With an added story arc, but even still, like, I feel like it deserves to be lauded as one of the better modern games, simply because of the battle system and everything. It's a shame that I don't like the story as much as some of the others. What else have I played?
Last thing about Grace's F, they actually do follow some of the same trends that Destiny R did, where if you beat the final boss in the extra dungeon, it makes the final boss of the main game harder.
Wow.
Like, in Destiny R, beating the extra boss, the final boss in the extra dungeon, we basically give the final boss some new mystic arts, depending on which arts you use. Like, if you use Resurrection, it'll trigger this art. If you do something else, it'll trigger that. So it's like, it adds challenge, but, you know, I mean, at least you can start New Game Plus anytime, thankfully.
Mm-hmm. I like a lot of Grace's F. Let's see. I played a little bit of Zilia. I thought it was okay. I need to go back to it. I put it down because I didn't like playing as the girl. Her fighting style, her fighting style's okay, but it's not really my cup of tea per se. Like, it's not bad. It's just not something I really particularly enjoy.
I believe it gets better over time once you start getting more skills. Because her ability is basically she can turn normal spell arts into elemental physical moves.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm correct, if I'm to believe.
Yeah, she feels more like Genus, which isn't necessarily
she's more or less a magic knight. She's physical and magical, like Kratos. But in her case, she can actually make her normal range spells a close one.
Okay.
And actually, a lot of the characters have their own styles of fighting, which can be interesting. Like Jude is similar to, I guess he's like a monk because he can heal.
Jude was a lot of fun, actually. When I started playing as him, I was having more fun. And I think that's the thing. Like, I played as the girl for a bit. I didn't really care for it much. It's much like I don't particularly care for like fighting as Rain in some of the segments of Symphonia, simply because it takes forever.
Like
for
some characters
spells.
are made to be more balanced, more playable than others.
Yeah, and it's like if you have someone with you, like if you have more than one party member, then it's fine because you need someone to aggro. Because if you don't, if you don't have someone to aggro, then you're just going to be attacked while you're performing an art, and that's a problem for Rain and like Genus, because their spells take forever to cast. But I like Zilia from what I saw. I need to play more. I never played Zilia 2 because obviously I didn't beat Zilia 1. I have Tales of Zestiria. It didn't grab me from the start, but like
It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of disappointing what they do with one of the characters later. Which is why I'm thankful for the anime adaptation.
I hear
the anime, I feel, is a better take on the story because of what they decide to do with the same character.
I've heard Zestiria the X is really good. My biggest thing is I was hyped for Zestiria. Like, this was supposed to be the very big game, kind of like how Berseria was treated, and it didn't.
Berseria, I think Berseria did a better job with what it wanted than Zestiria.
Mm-hmm.
And then the anime remedied it even more.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I'm hoping they remake Zestiria the same way they did Vesperia. Or rather just... I'm sorry, no, it wouldn't be a remake, it'd be... Or would it? No, it wouldn't be like Vesperia. This would actually be a remake because it actually followed the anime.
Mm-hmm. I want them to do that, but it's like I get the special edition day one, and I kind of felt like a little bit disappointed. I'll get to it, and I'll give my final thoughts, but I wasn't too impressed with the start of the game. What else? I haven't played Berseria, but from what I hear, it's much better.
It is. If you ever decide to come to my streams, you can always see me play it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everyone definitely check out Isaac's streams. What is your channel?
It's Isaac232.
Yeah, so it's ISAAC232.
It's two S's because you know how it is.
Oh yeah, because
take a name.
Yeah. So yeah, check out his Tales streams. I'll definitely, like, I'm not sure if I auto-host you or not. I'll have to check my list. Although auto-hosting does kind of get problematic when I'm trying to set up my stream, and they don't let me change some things. It's weird.
Right.
Let's see. I have played Vesperia, but I have the PS3 version because I only have an Xbox One. I don't have an Xbox 360. So
I used to have the Xbox 360 one.
I really need to get either a patch, because I've seen that there's a patch, or I need to like get an Xbox 360 and play it. But I kind of don't want to do that, simply because I never got an Xbox 360 because of the red rings. The red rings of death is what really made me kind of sour on that whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I got the yellow light of death for my original PS3, but like that was 6 years into its lifespan, so I'm not as salty about that as, you know, some people are saying they red ringed immediately and they never fixed it, even in the Elite.
Well, if you do decide to patch, I think you need to have your PS3 set to a certain version.
Yeah, you have to have a certain firmware.
Yeah, that's it.
So
But otherwise, I would recommend the PS3 because of the additions they have.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
In particular, Flynn. You know who Flynn is, right?
No, I don't know who Flynn is.
He looks like Guy from Tales of the Abyss.
See ya.
Oh, I haven't played Tales of the Abyss. I need to. That's on my list. My ever-expanding list. Oh, finally got another like mystery goo. Let's see.
Pretty much, in Vesperia, Flynn was only playable for like one battle, which was like long into the game. But in the PS3 version, he does show up constantly, and he's permanently playable by the time you reach the final dungeon.
Oh, sorry. Cracking
But
my back.
otherwise, you get to play with him quite a lot this time. And you don't have to wait that long, too, because, like, before the end of what would be, like, disc 1 or whatever, I don't think the original had multiple discs, but it just seems like there's multiple acts.
Yeah.
So, like, near the end of Act 1, you'll get to play as him
Okay.
for like a dungeon's worth.
Go Fate.
Oh, and then there's also Patty. She's fun.
Let's see. I think that's all the ones I've personally played, because I played Eternia, but I think I got to like disc 2, but I never finished it. Like, there's a lot of Tales games I've played but never finished, mostly because my friends own them and I don't. It's my list is expansive, and I do want to say I am intending to play all of the Tales games on stream, along with, and I got this at Anime Boston,
I'm waiting for the stream to catch up.
Atelier Iris. So this is the first Atelier game to actually show up in North America. The rest you have to import, which is going to be harder for me. But yeah, so I got that at a retro gaming store for $40 over at Anime Boston. So that was good. I intend to stream that as well, along with like any Tales games and whatnot. I just need to... I'm trying to find a way to balance my stream schedule so that I have a mix of different things. Like, I have a PS3 games that I'm playing on one day, and I have a PS4 game that I'm playing with Kingdom Hearts. And then I kind of want to balance it out. Like, I have Doki Doki as the PC game. I am not sure about anything else, though, because like I want to do PS2 streams, because I haven't played PS2 games in forever, and I have a setup where I can hook it up to I can hook my PS2 up to it's called a mini HDMI converter, so it goes from component to HDMI, and then I can hook that to my TV. The picture's a little bit smaller, but I can adjust it so that it's easier for view.
I recently ordered something like that. So I wanted to make the quality look nicer on my TV.
Like the boob tube is like the old CRTs are better for things like that, but I kind of wanted to have everything on one TV because I have a setup. I just need to get it like hooked up the way I want it. I haven't tested anything out. So I would like to make like certain days, certain consoles for games so that I'm cycling through them always. The problem is I need to have days where I'm not streaming because I do put these on YouTube and I don't want to overwhelm the YouTube viewers either. So I'm currently working on it right now. The tentative schedule, since everything's kind of shifting around a little bit. Wednesdays are PS3 games with like Prince of Persia. Saturdays is going to be Doki Doki Literature Club with PC games. Sundays are going to be Kingdom Hearts, which unfortunately means that the Kingdom Hearts stream is going to have less viewers because it's a Sunday. But, I mean, what are you going to do? So that's 3 specific things at a time. I might add a 4th for PS2, so it might be like Monday or Tuesday, but again, I don't want to overwhelm people with the amount of stuff I'm putting out on YouTube. Plus, long streams take forever to render. I'm not sure what it is about specific streams, because I know they're big file sizes, but 2-hour streams take about 10 hours to render. It took me about 24 hours to render the latest Kingdom Hearts stream. That was like 4 hours. I think it's because of the file size. And I've checked to see if I can compress it with Handbrake, but I can't. It might be because MP4 video. I don't know. Like, the way my footage downloads, it always downloads to MP4 from the stream, and the file sizes are huge. Technically they're better than... Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Technically the file sizes are better than, say, directly capturing footage, because when I directly capture footage from my Elgato, like, those are like 20 gig files. Yeah, I am doing my best to figure out what I can do to reduce the file size and get everything up in a reasonable amount of time. It just doesn't seem like something that people post about, because I guess game streamers or YouTubers do like 30-minute streams, or like, not streams, videos, and most streamers don't cross over to YouTube. Or like there is an option where I can directly take the footage from the stream and put it up on YouTube from Twitch, but here's my main thing that I want to do. I have my Zen Productions ident that I want to include at the beginning of each stream, just so that people know, like, you know, who it is, and I have my end credits. In order to put that in, I need to edit myself. So, yeah. Video games are hard, guys.
Speaking of Altier, however you pronounce it.
Atelier?
Atelier.
Mm-hmm.
A couple years ago, I got myself Mana Chemia, which is like a spin-off of it.
It's like, it goes Atelier Iris 1, 2, and 3, then Manic Chemia 1 and 2, and then it goes into the PS3 games for Atelier. So they're all part of the same series.
I haven't touched it yet. It kind of looked like the Destiny R, and Actually, another Tales game I haven't brought up yet.
Rebirth?
That one I haven't finished because like I got stuck with a password section. Like I believe there are 2 different password areas, but this one, at the time, I just wasn't at a computer. I wasn't able to back out of it or anything, so
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. I just never went back to it. I wasn't even I wasn't disinterested in the game at all because I actually liked it. It uses the same graphic system as the Destiny remake games. It's just obviously normal length. I can't understand a word everyone's saying, but I've been wanting to play it.
Mm-hmm.
But that password thing just got me off. I just never went back to it. And I was pretty far, too. I think I might have been close to the 3rd act. I'm not... I definitely need to go back to it, though.
I still need seven mystery goos. Oh, God. Yeah, like, there have been games like that. Like, RPGs that I like, but one thing makes me stop for some reason. Like, I love Persona a lot. Persona 4 Golden, I stopped near the end of the game because the dungeons were starting to tire me out. It was after the major reveal of the game. Like, you fight the baby head guy, and then you have the major reveal, and then you go to the next dungeon. That's where I stopped. And, like, that's the end of the game. I could have completed it, but I put it down because, first of all, it's a Vita game. And Vita, like, I loved the game, but it's so hard to play on handheld. The weight of a console means so much when you're constantly playing. And I just always really had this desire to play it, but at the same time kind of trepidation because I loved the game, but it was tough to keep playing. And yeah, for whatever reason, I just stopped there, and I haven't picked it up since. Persona 5's great, though.
Mm-hmm.
There's too many JRPGs out there. It's hard to play them all, and then, like, I've been meaning to get into the Sky games, but I never seem to have the time or a specific desire for it, for whatever reason, because I like the aesthetics, I like the world, I like the characters, but there's just something about it, I don't know what it is, that, like, I stopped playing after a little bit. I should get back to that. I want to get back to Gene d'Arc, which is a very good game for the PSP, but it's the PSP. The analog nub sucks. I hate the small screen. PSP was just not... They should have gone straight to Vita. And honestly, I think they botched the whole launch of the PSP and everything. I spent $400 on a PSP when I first got it, with Baldur's Gate, and... Like... No, yeah, it was... Was it Baldur's Gate? Yeah, it was Baldur's Gate. It's a Dungeons and Dragons type game. That's a lot of fun. But the thing is, you beat the main game, and the quests keep coming. And after a certain point, I'm like, is this the end of the game? Like, I thought I beat it many times over, but there's more and more quests. And at what point does this end? I had to put that down. I love the game, but like, I just... I had to stop playing. Oh wait, was it? No, it wasn't Baldur's Gate. What am I talking about? It's a PSP game, Untold Legends. That's what it's called. I'm thinking of two completely different things. Untold Legends is also a D&D style game, but it's a little bit more boring, and it's kind of generic, and it was on the PSP, and you had to deal with the analog nub, and it was just... It was a pain in the butt.
Mm.
Trying to think of other JRPGs I've played. There's so many. I have the Dot Hack series awaiting me. I haven't played them yet, but I bought like the first 3 games on the PS2. I've been meaning to get around to them. I have the Shadow Hearts series, which I'm so like I've heard. I remember reading about Shadow Hearts in Game Informer, and I was so intrigued that I was like, I need to find it. But the like 3rd game in the series was ever available from the New World, and I'm just like, but what about the first 2 games, Shadow Hearts and Shadow Hearts Covenant? And I'm just like, I want to play these games. Where are they? And they're on the PS2. So I found them in a retro game store, and they're waiting for me to play. I have Wild Arms. I have Legend of Dragoon. I have Lunar, the Silver Star Story. I have a lot of games that I just have not touched, simply because I either do not have time, or for the love of God, will you just shiver already? Give me the goddamn mystery goo. Stop cycling to other things. Shiver. Shiver! Yes. Okay. Give me a mystery goo. Nope. I still need 7 mystery goos. We've been at this 2 hours. Granted, only an hour of this has technically been farming mystery goos, but I just want this to end. Has there been any announcements of like any new Tales games coming out?
Nope. Which is odd, because they said they were gonna have one for Switch at some point.
I wonder, like, a lot of things are coming to Switch. I am just not sure. I'm not sure when it's coming to Switch. And yeah, I don't have a Switch myself, simply because I haven't, like, I never utilized my Wii U, so I'm like, I don't want to buy a system I'm never gonna use. That's what my Xbox One is for. I bought that strictly so I could play the rare replay games, and I never got around to that. And I played Gears of War 1 on Xbox 360 just to see what the hype was about, because I remember back in the day it was like, oh my god, this is amazing. And I'm like, it's just Resistance. Resistance Fall of Man. It's a boring chest-high walls shooter. It was okay. I didn't finish it, but I got tired of that. I don't know. I don't understand the type of shooter where, like, you just, like, everything's brown and, like, you don't have any, like, good story elements and you're just shooting at stuff. Like, that's all it is you just shoot.
Right.
I much prefer games that, like, focus on characters, focus on story, that isn't just a bunch of angsty, white military men. Like, I want there to be a reason for me to keep playing the game. It's like, even though I have problems with synthesis in Kingdom Hearts, at least I'm still playing the game because I love it.
Right.
I wouldn't still be playing it if I didn't like it. Unless I had to review it, in which case, God, no. What else? I have like a shelf full of PSP games I still haven't touched. Games that I want to try. I still haven't played Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core, which everyone loves, but it's a PSP game, and that's hard to stream.
Mm-hmm.
From what I hear with Johnny, he said that like there's a specific software that you can just use a type of cable to take footage directly from your PSP. I have to look back into that. I think he said something about it on his...
I'm being called. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah. I know Johnny said something about this in his video about Sonic racing games, but that's something I really want to figure out as PSP, because the component cables apparently don't do very well. We might be at this a while, folks. Simply because, mystery goos, like, the percent chance of a white mushroom appearing is less, and the percent chance of a mystery goo dropping is 20%, and then the percentage of, like, doing it all in one run, 7 more. I can do this. I gotta psych myself up and do this. Because I want this stream to continue. I want the stream to go to the Hades Cup, and I want to show you the hidden bosses. I want to actually do something worthwhile with my time. And all my co-hosts are out doing stuff. Because it's a Sunday. I really should start doing stuff during the week more, but...
I'm back.
Oh, hello, welcome back. Hopefully it was nothing too urgent.
Nope, all good.
I got a mystery goo, yes. So,
Yay.
I need 6 more. Yeah, alright. Come on. One more shiver. Give me the shiver. There we go, yes! Come on, mystery goo, mystery goo. Fuck you. Okay. Alright, one more try. I probably won't make the time limit for this third one, but we'll see. We will see. Come on, RNJesus. Take pity. So what other games have you been playing lately besides Tales?
Well, I'm still going through Fire Emblem Warriors since they put out the next batch of DLC.
How is Fire Emblem Warriors? Like, I know you talked to me about that, and like I love Hyrule Warriors, so I should like that one. But I don't know a lot about Fire Emblem Warriors.
Well, from what I hear, it's basically a better version of Hyrule Warriors because you can actually switch characters now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so satisfying since it doesn't matter how you do it. You either like tap up or down on the pseudo control pad anyway, or you can like open up the map and just pick out, and you can also direct where you want characters to go. I haven't played Hyrule Warriors. I want to.
Hyrule Warriors is a lot of fun.
But with this, it's like there's so much like you can do. It's sort of like strategy. You can send people to places. I don't know if you could do that in Hyrule Warriors.
No. Well, from what I remember, Hyrule Warriors is mostly about you. It's structured like Dynasty Warriors, only the story aspect is much more apparent.
Well, I mean, what are the controls for you? Can you like send units to certain places at will?
No. Well, you use the gamepad to control everything, which this is the only game I like the gamepad with, because they do a good job of actually making it like natural for my hands. But a lot of it is like it's all stuff that you're able to do. Like each character has a specific set of skills, and you use those skills in a certain amount of ways. Like you can drop bombs to reveal hidden areas on the map. But every single thing, much more than even Pirate Warriors, like it's not an arena anymore. Like you have a storyline going on, and you get a cutscene, and it tells you, oh, you need to go over there and capture that territory because the Dodongo is coming out. And, like, the boss fights are really good because they keep all the bosses in there. Like, you have Dodongo and Manhandla and all those other things. And they play much like they did in the Zelda games. This is a very good meshing of Zelda and Dynasty Warriors to the point where it feels a little bit more like a Zelda game. And the presentation is a lot better in that regard. So, like, I could play it for hours.
I don't know how I can compare. It's just very satisfying being able to beat up a lot of enemies and, like, the specials, especially. Because I think a lot of they're modeled similarly to how they would in the normal games. But they're, like, so cool.
I love their movesets. I love the way everything looks. But it's the same thing with, say, One Piece Pirate Warriors. Like, I love Pirate Warriors, even though that also has an RNG element to it as well. Those freaking coins, man. Let me tell you about them coins.
Are they needed to get abilities?
No, they're needed for platinum. They give you certain, like, I believe they give you certain, like, characters' abilities and stuff like that, but, like, getting certain characters' coins in the first game is a crapshoot, because it's very random about where you get certain coins for certain characters. Sometimes it depends on the location, it seems, but no one seems to know. Pirate Warriors 2 is better in that regard, in that if you play as the character that you want the coin for, you have a better chance of getting that coin, which makes more sense. I had a better time playing through Pirate Warriors 2. I haven't played 3. I haven't played Unlimited World Red, and I have not played Burning Blood because I own all of those games. It's just Pirate Warriors 1, after playing through, I got sick of it. And then Pirate Warriors 2, like, I started to get sick of it near the end. So I wanted a refresher, like a breather in between those games.
Red is kind of good. I like the story. It's like, you know how sometimes the side stories seem more interesting at times? I'm sorry, I'm trying to press. You know how some of the side stories should be canon, but they're not?
Yeah, like
I feel like this could be canon.
I like what they did.
The main villain of Red is kind of cool, given what he's capable of and what he ends up getting later.
Okay. Is it kind of like what they did with Pirate Warriors 2? Because 2 is like an alternate universe where, like, Ace didn't die.
I don't know. I never got to play any of the Pirate Warrior games, but I want to play 3, and that's coming out for Switch in May.
Oh, nice. I mean, I know 3 has, like, all the characters. Like,
Well, everybody up to like a certain point in Dressrosa.
yeah, but like the Dressrosa arc is like the big thing right now, and I wanna play that because I love Dressrosa is now my favorite arc of One Piece, and that not everyone agrees. People still think Water 7 Enies Lobby, but for the longest time I would have said Enies Lobby 2, but Dressrosa just edged it out for me because it's just such a well developed storyline.
I know. It might be long, but it pays. It pays. There's a good payoff to it.
There's a very good payoff in every single aspect. Like, there's like three
The
or
fact that the side characters get major boss fights.
that too. Like, everyone gets a major boss fight. The split up is really cool. You get 5 or 6 major backstories, which, like, Law's backstory is so damn tragic.
Yes, I think he has the best one to date.
Yeah,
Even
and
the Straw Hat.
yeah, even of the Straw Hats, because Brooke for a while was my high mark. Brooke and Robin are like almost tied because they have similar stories of just being alone. But Brooke actually died, so. But like, I love the background of I'm not thinking Bellamy. Doflamingo. Doflamingo has a fantastic backstory in how fascinating it is, because he is evil just because he is royalty, and when he discovered that he's royalty and should be treated like royalty, it went to his head. Like, he believes in his birthright to the point where he becomes such an evil person that he killed his father with his own bare hands. And like, he formed his own family from that. And, like, he's a fascinating character. He could have been good. Like, he had the chance to be a good person.
But then the Snot Man came along and took advantage of him.
Five more goose to go. So yeah, like, I think overall, the villain in Film Gold is better. What is his name?
Tesoro?
Yeah, Tesoro. Gran Tesoro, or Gil Tesoro, I think is a better villain overall. I just messed up. My chances for getting both of those. Anyway, Gil Tesoro is a better villain simply because he's the same thing dialed up, plus he has a sympathetic reason. Since like they touch upon how he had a friend that was sold into slavery and he was sold into slavery himself, so he has a better reason than Doflamingo does. But Doflamingo has always fascinated me in just how delightfully evil he is. He revels in it. And the only reason he has is that he is royalty. He's descended from the Celestial Dragons, and that's the only reason he does what he does. He believes he's entitled to everything. It's entitlement that created the problems for everyone in Dressrosa, and like, he messed with everyone's lives simply because he felt he could.
Which makes it all more satisfying when things start falling apart.
And I think
Before Birdcage.
even before Birdcage, like, the entire
The face of this, like his face as he just sees everything coming apart.
the entire ending fight, like, the fight in general, I felt like maybe the middle part was a little bit too long. Like, they shouldn't have had 2 sugar fights, because I think that lessens the impact slightly. The first one was great because it created God Usopp, and God Usopp is amazing. The second one is even better, though, because he shoots from across the entire country just to get it in her mouth. So I'm kind of wish like they were combined. But I do enjoy it. Like I think that fight, like against all the different generals and all the new people from the army, like all the new like
The Grand Fleet.
the Grand Fleet, Bartolomeo, like Admiral, like the Marine Admiral guy, the Hoppo Navy, like so many people who are important and matter in the series and come back later, in terms of like the Reverie and everything, because they're important in terms of the Reverie, because the Hoppo Navy is a country. They're represented in there.
Up to something. If you're reading the manga, there's even more because of the cover story.
Oh yeah, and like you see all the different like people going to the Reverie at that time. You see like what it's all building up to, and this is the hardest fight that Luffy has had up until this point. Granted, I haven't gone to the Cake Island arc because I hear that like
Oh, you're in for quite a treat.
yeah, I hear that
It's
he
starting to get a little long, but I think it's getting close to finishing because Oda said he was going to do Wano this year.
okay, because if that happens, then I will binge read, because I find it easier to read One Piece like after the fact. But like I hear that the general that he fights is so strong that Luffy can't beat him. So Luffy is strong enough to beat Doflamingo with his Gear 4. But he's not even strong enough to fight Big Mom yet. A Yonko. He's not
He could
Yonko
bear-
level.
Well, here's the thing. Big Mom has like a few officers that are like really powerful. One of them has at least over 1 billion berries. 2 are close to it, but then one who was like just demoted because he lost to like some other guy. One of the other supernovas.
Oh, Capone?
No, Iruj. Capone joined Big Mom essentially, but I won't say why.
Yeah, I know there's stuff involved, and like that's the thing. I like that the supernovas are actually doing stuff in Dressrosa. That like there's more for them to do.
Capone is actually pretty cool in this arc. Like the more you see of him lately, it's like the better he gets.
Exactly.
What he does later in the arc in regards to Luffy is actually really satisfying. And yeah, it shows that the supernovas are doing a lot more than just being introduced. They're actually doing something.
So like I really like Dressrosa because it introduces so much going on. Zoe I kind of consider to be part of Dressrosa. It's a separate arc, but it's very much tied with it.
I would say it's more in line with Wano because of what's going to be happening soon.
It's hard to determine, because if you think about it, the events are directly a result of
Actually, no, this
Dressrosa.
would actually be one entire saga. Punk Hazard, Dressrosa, Zoe,
Yeah.
Cake Island, and then Wano. Because it started with Law wanting that alliance to take down Kaido.
And it's all
And
building
even
up
though
to Kaido.
Doflamingo was just like a detour, it still counted.
Doflamingo felt like it was building up since Punk Hazard, though. Like, that's the thing. Like, Doflamingo is a subordinate of Kaido. Think about that.
Yeah, but then we just found out it was more personal to Law just to get him out of the way.
Yeah. I mean, like, the personal things... Like, Law's backstory, okay? And not Dofi, what is his name? I always...
Corazon?
Corazon, yes. I'm sorry, I'm very bad with names. I forget them, like...
So am I.
I forget them at a drop of a hat for some reason. I don't even know why.
Same here.
But Corazon is one of the best characters they created, and when we see his backstory and like everything that he is doing, like all of that could have been summed with another character that we knew, but Oda just keeps coming up with great new characters, and this is all technically part of a saga. Like, Oda keeps learning from things, because he had the big Crocodile Saga, which was all building up with a few different arcs. But all of them, like, the mini arcs didn't really tie in as much. Like, Drum Island didn't tie in. The Elbaf Saga tied in, and Logtown tied in. So, like, partially. But a lot of it was centered around, like, them just getting there, rather than, like, taking down his subordinates. They did better with Enies Lobby because that was all one big push towards defeating Rob Lucci. So that felt like it was doing that, but here with the Doflamingo / Kaido saga, it seems like they're combining those two elements of this massive arc that's spread over like different islands, but also at the same time having big things along the way that ties into these characters. And he's learning from his mistakes. I really like the way Oda's writing right now.
This is why I'm really excited for Wano. It's sounding like he's making this seem like you know the Paramount War.
Yes.
Like I think he said that Wano would make the Paramount War look tame or something.
Well, yeah, you have all these monsters, and Cake Island kind of makes Paramount War tame because Paramount War just had like the Shichibukai. It didn't have anyone Yonko level or like billion berries. Think about Kaido's...
It had Whitebeard.
Yeah, it had Whitebeard. That was about it.
It had the three Admirals. Mm-hmm. It had Sengoku.
Mm-hmm. It had Shanks, but ended the war.
I mean, there were plenty of monsters, and at least one Yonko during the majority of it.
But, like, here...
I mean, Whole Cake was more or less like a very, very awesome rescue mission. Well, actually, no. It's like a rescue mission for half of the arc, and then something else during the next.
Because
really...
Because I know it's, like, half of it is Rescue Sanji, but I don't know, like, a lot of it, and I know, like, I've heard different things here and there, and...
Half of it is Rescue Sanji, the other half is something pertaining to taking down Big Mom, which goes horribly wrong.
The cake...
But what they do is pretty much showcases how scary Big Mom actually is and why she's a Yonko to begin with. And just how powerful her crew is. Because even before they get Sanji, Luffy fights one of the officers, has a hard time.
Yeah.
And again, he fought Doflamingo. He could barely fight this guy without needing help from Nami.
And that's the thing, when Doflamingo, one of the Shichibukai, is a subordinate of a Yonko, and you think, oh, that's as powerful as it gets. No, he's one of the low-tier.
I mean, sometimes it might just be a matchup thing. I don't know if because of like the kind of devil fruit the guy has, but even then, if he had fighting him, what makes you think he could stand up to Big Mom?
Like, I'm not entirely sure. Like,
and the other officer he fights is even scarier.
And then
I won't spoil what happened.
Sorry, go on.
I won't spoil what happens to the other officer. Because, like, given how the series is, it's kind of to be expected what happens. But it makes a lot of sense when you know the full context of it. It still shows just how...
Hello?
...to do if he ever wants to get to their levels.
But, like, what got to me, though, like, because I know Big Mom's crew is strong and all, and, like, they really built her up. But we saw Kaido's crew, and Kaido's crew was the fact that this one person, just hit one of his officers, held the line for 3 days and 3 nights.
I think it was 5 days.
5 days, like, yeah, an entire week without, like, and like all this stuff, and he's still alive. I don't know what this monster is, but dear God.
Or how he's even still breathing underwater.
Which, I mean, they say fishman, but he has to have some sort of devil fruit. Because...
A devil fruit that lets him, like, breathe underwater. Even though, no, that would be cool.
Like, his devil fruit, like, he had to be rescued from the water. So we know he has a devil fruit.
He's going to have to be at some point.
Yeah.
There's no way they're just going to let him stay there. He's got to come back.
Yeah. Because the last we saw of him, he was just taken out by the elephant.
And he's just waiting for someone to come and get him. And even though Kaido's like, oh, he's lost, we know that's not true. He's probably just overreacting.
Yeah, Kaido... Like, Kaido they built up too, and the fact that he tried so many times to die and didn't. Like,
he's angry at the world and he wants to take it out. And now here's another side of him.
yeah, like, we've seen... The Yonko have been built up for a long time, and now that we're actually seeing them in action, oh dear God. I don't... Like, wow. I'm massively impressed, and we still haven't seen what Blackbeard is capable of now, and we haven't seen what Shanks is capable of fully.
Which is why I think you're gonna love seeing what Big Mom can do.
Mm-hmm. I know she has the...
next story in this arc, and I think you'll agree, it's scary when you see what she ends up doing in it.
Ooh. I know she has the soul fruit. That's all I know.
Yeah, but here's the thing. How did she get it? You're gonna love the answer. It'll... Whoa.
Wow. Did she eat somebody?
Damn it, I don't want to say anything.
Okay.
But yeah, it's implied anyway. It's pretty much implied, but I won't say anything else. It's just question yourself.
Yeah.
Was it intentional or was it an accident? So if you ever check out her backstory, and then see for yourself just what Big Mom was.
Like, Big Mom in general is an interesting looking arc, because I've seen stills of the different bosses and stuff that she puts souls into, and I'm like, this feels a little bit like Thriller Bark in how weird it looks, but it's not a horror arc. It's
basically a twisted version of Alice in Wonderland.
I'm stuck.
Meets Sentai, meets the Godfather.
Come on, I'm stuck. Why am I stuck? I'm gonna have to reload the game. Oh my god, look at this.
Oh no. And you didn't save, did you?
I have been saving regularly. Oh, I dropped. Oh god.
Yeah, I'm seeing it now.
Oh my god.
It's not even just from... Anyway, it wasn't even just the fact that she can bring things to life. Her own children are fascinating.
Like, it seems Big Mam's arc is more fantasy arc. And, like, a very, very, like, strange fantasy. Dressrosa was different. It felt more like a tournament arc, which I'm all about tournament arcs.
Well, half tournament arc anyway.
Half tournament arc, half, like, toy, I'm gonna steal your memories arc, which, that's fucked up. Like, the stuff that they do in the toy arc, because they imply that everyone's still alive, but then they have the broken toys, and we don't really learn what happened to them. Like, it's implied that they survived, and that the only reason why the one-legged soldier is one-legged is because of Doflamingo. So yeah, like that's implied that that's the case, but it's just like that's just dark in general. Like, I'm gonna turn you all into toys. All your memories of that person are gone. and even anyone who tries to investigate their activities, no one remembers them. Like, that is fucked up.
They always have some ways of making things seem darker than you think.
Oh yeah, and especially because like they captured pirates, they captured Marines, they captured CP, like everyone. Even even the Rebel Army. And like when they all came back, I'm like, wow, like this is a big deal because now they're gonna be investigated, and like that entire operation is being shut down. All right, I'm gonna save. I'm gonna save just in case I glitch out again.
Well, one thing is certain, by the time Whole Cake Island is done, Jinbei will officially be a crew member.
Hold on one second. Sorry, my editor just got back to me, and I know I'm doing this live on the air, but I kind of have to get back. Photo. Send. Send anime. Okay. Alright, that's done, and then another editor got back to me. I am just going to pay them now, because I'm a good person and I pay my editors.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about this. I'm gonna cut it out for the YouTube stream. Where is your PayPal? Okay, there we go. And okay. I figure since nobody's active in the chat right now that I'll just cut this out later.
Okay.
Continue. And
Just posted something.
In the chat. Oh yeah.
Discord.
Okay. Nice. All right. Payment sent. Is there anything else I'm missing? No. Alright, back to the stream. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, my editors have been paid. Essentially what I'm doing right now is I have my audio editor working on part 4 of Danganronpa. I initially sent her the Danganronpa the animation recordings to be a test since it's a shorter video. Danganronpa the animation is only going to be about a 35-minute video, which is pretty short for me. So I figured I'd use that as a test, and then I went back and I said, alright, can you edit the part 4 script? And then I have the video editor working on the animation video right now. And if that works out, then I'm going to have him work on the part 4 video, and then I'll have 2 videos to put out for you guys. And I do apologize for the delay, but I want to make sure that everything comes out great. And so far, so good. It's just I do not like how long it takes me to edit these, and it's been very exhausting, especially for Danganronpa, because that's right now that's 3.5 hours worth of video. Come on. Ah, damn it. I messed that up. I think I might start moving to Thundaga instead of Firaga because it's quicker. And it covers a wider range. Probably, and it's easier to see the giant, like, thunder symbol above their heads. And I would farm in a better location. I think that actually Wonderland is a better location to farm Mystery Goo, but I'm also trying to do the Wizard Relic as well. And farming that takes a little while, too. So I figured if we're gonna be around here for a little bit, we might as well farm both of those at the same time. And now, once again, I've just double checked. 5 Mystery Goos. We have all the Lucid Shards that we need. We're good in that regard. Okay. And, we're gonna need Gales after this. Gales take less time to farm. And Serenity Power is gonna be after this as well, because Serenity Powers and Mystery Goos, like, they take long to do. Serenity Powers in general, like, is just time consuming, but I actually think that Mystery Goo's drop rate is lower. Because you have multiple chances to get a Serenity Power depending on how many hits you give to the Pink Agaricus. So, like, once you get 40 hits, it's a 20% chance, and then 50 hits is a 20% chance, 60 hits is 20% chance, and then I think it's a 40% chance or 30% chance for 70 hits. So it's like that. It seems to be a better deal than waiting around for Mystery Goo.
So anyway,
we spent a long time talking about One Piece.
and I was trying to wrap up saying Jinbei would be joining officially by the time this arc was over.
Yeah, Jinbei will be joining officially, and I'm really liking that. And I mean, his story, like, from the Fishman Island arc is very heavily tied in with Big Ma'am, which is great because they did a good... Oda did a great bookend by having Big Ma'am appear during that arc. Well, he had the henchmen appear, but even still, like, Big Ma'am's presence was there. So whenever something ties together, yes, people appear. Like, in Drum Island, Blackbeard appeared. It just, they do a really good job of tying everything to previous arcs, and showing that, like, everything is important, even though it takes a long time to get there. Like the stuff with Dragon.
Yep.
I'm just wondering what happened to the Revolutionary Army, because Blackbeard friggin' demolished their camp.
Yep. He wrecked their island.
Also, I was a little bit of a fan of Jesus Burgess at first, I really don't like him anymore.
Aww.
I don't get why he's so powerful if he all he does is keep getting hit, like, in every single fight. And I don't understand his power. Did he eat, like, some sort of devil fruit that allowed him to, like, be invulnerable to pain or something like that? Or, I don't know.
I'm sure we'll learn more.
We'll learn more eventually.
We're gonna have to make an arc about these guys at some point.
Yeah, they set up a lot of people, and honestly, I don't think we're gonna get to Blackbeard until after Kaido, after Big Mom, after, you know, like, possibly more people. Then it's probably gonna be Kaido, not Kaido, then it's gonna be Blackbeard, and then Shanks, because I bet Shanks is gonna be there as a test. And then they're gonna get to the One Piece, but then they have to get back. It's like, there's a journey going on here, and I don't think it's gonna be as easy as everyone thinks it is. And even if Oda dies before that happens, or retires, or gets sick, he has an apprentice who knows what's going to happen to One Piece. It's gonna be a Boruto situation. One Piece will never die.
But then how does Oda get to his robot manga?
I don't think he will, to be honest.
I don't know. Now that we know that they need 4 of those road poneglyphs, we just need to find the 4th one.
But the thing is, we've been at the halfway point of One Piece for how long? Like,
yeah, but they already found 2 of them. The 3rd one is pretty much a giveaway because Kaido has it, and he's the next person they're gonna fight. That just leaves 1 more to find. And
yeah, but there's still there's still, like, villains and stuff, and even when they have the road poneglyphs, like, don't they need keys or something like that?
I believe the road poneglyphs, when you put the 4 together with the information, they're supposed to tell you something, and then you're supposed to. I think the information about them, period, was like on that one island that would have told them about them. Either way, they're gonna have to head to, what's it called? I'm gonna find it.
They're gonna have to head to the Raftel eventually.
That's it.
Because Raftel.
That's where they would have learned about this.
Raftel isn't the
end
destination.
up there.
Yeah, Raftel isn't the final destination like we thought it was. It's just it's to point you in the direction of the road poneglyphs. Now, there's. The poneglyphs themselves are interesting because we know the road poneglyphs specifically are about his treasure. But there's records of Pluton, and there's records of, like, Joy Boy in the Secret History. And I'm wondering how it all ties together because, like, from what we've seen, we only know... we know that the people of Zou and Wano had the technology to create poneglyphs. So, Roger created the poneglyphs, or brought the poneglyphs to certain places. Possibly, there's a lot that we don't know yet.
It's all gonna come together at some point.
Yeah. Like, there's bits and pieces here, because... the first poneglyph we ever saw was in Crocodile's arc. And it was about Pluton, which is a giant warship. The second poneglyph was in Sky Island, and that talked about Poseidon, which led to Fishman Island, where Poseidon was. And then, did we learn what was on that poneglyph? I completely forget.
I'll check. I have the wiki up.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think of all the poneglyphs that we've found up until this point.
There's one in O'Hara. One in the Tomb of the Kings. One in the Sea Forest. One in the Golden Belfry. And then the road. And then the two of the road poneglyphs we've seen so far.
Yeah, we saw the one in Zoe. And we saw
they recently got the one that Big Mom had.
Yeah.
They basically made a copy.
Okay. Okay, mystery goo. I need 4 more.
And actually them getting a copy of that is interesting in and of itself. That's another thing you should see. It's also a nice way of getting the crew involved, or at least the half that didn't get to do anything before.
I like that. I hear that Brook has a very massive fight, and one that he doesn't win.
But it's what he does that is pretty awesome.
I mean, this seems like a place that Brook has a disadvantage in, because he ate the life fruit, so he's just a skeleton. He can bring his soul out. He's at a massive disadvantage in a place where they could just steal your soul.
Just if you read and find out for yourself.
Yeah, I gotta read, but I will wait for the arc to end, and then I will read. Like, the last thing I know is on the ship with Carrot and all the people on their way to the Whole Cake Island.
Oh, they didn't just get a copy of Big Mom's red poneglyph. They also got a couple more that she had.
Wait, she has more poneglyphs?
She has 2 regular ones in storage, along with her road one.
Did they say what they said, or?
No, they only have copies because Robin isn't with them.
Okay.
So I imagine they're gonna have 3 different poneglyphs to read.
How much you want to bet that one of them is pertaining to the hidden history of O'Hara?
I don't know.
Because a lot of it...
Oh, and one of them was the one that Djembe found.
In the hidden history, is interesting in and of itself, because we know that there was a period of time that is missing. The Void Century. 100 years that's just completely missing. And that's where the Celestial Dragons started up, and where the world government started up, and that no one wants to talk about, and where the secret weapons were, and where like this guy named Joy Boy is, and where this elephant was around, where he did a crime. It's like almost like there was this massive war between 2 different factions, and it's hard to tell because we don't know what happened. And Raleigh tried to tell us, and Luffy didn't want him to. So, you know what Raleigh was probably gonna say, right? He's probably gonna tell us that Raftel was where the poneglyph was. And Luffy just didn't care. I need more information.
They just want to know who will join after Djembe.
I want Carrot. I know you don't want Carrot, but I want Carrot.
I'm Team Wanda, you're Team Carrot.
Team Carrot all the way. Carrot is just so adorable, and I mean, how many buddy characters do we have in fiction these days? Now, if there was a cat, if there was a cat girl, that would be fine. But we have Lord Neko Mimi-sama. So
Nekomamushi.
Nekomamushi and, you know, Peko
He doesn't
Mamushi.
need to join.
Yeah,
He's got a
Peko.
nation to run.
I mean,
Although I think something bad will happen to a new Arashi because he looks like he's getting way too old for himself.
I'm willing to bet that Inu Arashi is going to pass away.
He'll probably die in the next arc.
And I mean, like, both of them lost a limb. Like, that's a big thing. So it's like, part of me.
Technically, either of them could die because Nekomamushi is likely going to run into that other Shishibukai guy.
Oh, that.
Evil.
I don't like his design. Weevil is weird, and I don't know how he's killing all these.
This is One Piece. You don't question it. If they can kill people easily, they must have some kind of secret. Plus,
he's killing Whitebeard's
They claim
crew.
he's the son of Ed. They claim he's the son of Whitebeard.
Yeah.
Remember how powerful he was?
Yeah. I wonder with that, like.
But we make this more interesting, because now you want to know, where did this guy come from?
Where is Marco in all of this?
And they're looking for him, so I hope he doesn't run into Nekomamushi.
Oh boy.
But if he does, no, if he doesn't run into him, there's always a chance they'll follow him into Wano. Because Marco's gonna likely show up.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? There's a lot to look forward to.
There's so much building up, and it's like everyone's like, "Oh, things are getting really good in Whole Cake," and I'm just like, I have just so many questions, and I want to read, but I want to wait.
Meanwhile, I'm just getting crew members.
Hello, everybody. Zenith Rule here. We had a little bit of technical difficulties. Don't know what's happening. I'm pretty sure this is Twitch's end because I've never had a drop this big at the new apartment. Normally, it's running super smooth. I'm gonna keep an eye on the server and see if it changes. But right now, we're gonna continue the stream. I just got my 8th mystery goo. So, yeah, mystery goo number 8. Yeah, we're going to continue forward. Alright, everything good on your end?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. That was just weird. Alright, Goofy! Stop! Let us Goofy. Alright, let's continue on. I have more mystery goos to get.
Goofy, stop acting goofy.
I'm gonna block your exit. You ain't getting out of here. It'll be dark soon. There is no way out of here. It'll be dark soon. Yeah, the server's going fine now. I don't know what happened. I apologize, but yeah, that's how streams go sometimes. That's just how it be. From my experience with Twitch and streaming, sometimes you can have the best connection in the world, and it just happens. Okay, my cat is calling to me. I will let her in. I will be nice. I'll be right back. Come on. Hey. Come on. Okay. 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 Hey. Hey, kitty. Hey. Oh. Alright, we be good. Yeah, yep, we be good. Alright. Let's get back to the farming. So, what else about One Piece can we talk about?
Not sure.
We've discussed a lot of One Piece, like... Who is your favorite Straw Hat?
Oh, that's a difficult one. Apart from Luffy. Zoro.
Yeah, I mean, I love Sanji, and I feel like up until this arc, he kind of had, he had, like, a very bad, rap. Like, he kept getting shit on for no reason, and I felt like Sanji deserved better, but this arc, he's getting a lot, so I'm content now. Sanji's...
Yeah, Whole Cake Island does justice for him. He gets a decent backstory, he gets something cool to do.
Is his backstory as good as, like, Brooks or Robin's, or...
I mean, it adds to what he has, like... besides...
the Zeph
It
stuff.
explains a whole lot, like why he even came here to begin with. It can be pretty sad, given the kind of family he has to put up with.
I can imagine. I know the joys of family.
I don't know how far in you were, because like his family, except for like Reju, his other family members are mean. Except for Reju and his mother. And, like, the things that his father did are just...
despicable.
Cruel.
Yeah, I mean...
It's reminiscent of... I think it's reminiscent to, like, one of those... The Man in the Iron Mask, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, the last I read was when they were going to the Whole Cake Island, and Sanji was continuously saying that he wasn't sure if he was gonna marry Pudding. But then, you know, apparently...
Well, yeah, if he does, he'll have to say goodbye to the crew. But at the same time, if they try to rescue him, they may die. It's like a Robin thing.
Yeah.
It's Sanji.
Robin meets Robin with Sanji, but like it's a very interesting story arc, and I liked the stuff with Capone initially because I mean, like, Peckham's was ready to help them. Or Peckham Mushi, as they call him.
Peckham's, yeah.
And
yeah, he too gets some good stuff in the arc. Just, I don't know, again, how far you were, but there is still a lot to be seen, and I won't spoil much.
Okay.
But let's just say, characters you've seen get better.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Yeah, we've been over favorite backstories. Like, I love Brooks' stuff, but Law is probably the best backstory. Crap, ran out of time. Damn it. Like, there's... One Piece just has so many good characters. It's hard to really choose just one. And even when you choose just one, like, there's so much involved with these characters that it's like you can like so many of them and then still like more. Easy there, kitty cat.
And then of course characters you want to join but you know they can't because plot.
But they could always join the Grand Fleet.
Or whatever kind of alliance Luffy has.
I just love the idea that Luffy has a fleet of ships. And, like, he's just like, okay, I'm a fleet captain now. Like, he is starting to get his own Yonko power level right now. Like, granted, his crew together still probably couldn't take down a Yonko yet. But if you brought them all together and they kept training, I'm willing to bet that eventually they could all take down Yonko, and they're a force to be reckoned with. Because I don't think we've seen Zoro really tested in the New World yet. His actions in Dressrosa like proves that Zoro is one of the strongest that they ever have. Like he totally dominated in everything.
I think Wano will be his first test because everyone's a swordsman, likely.
And
this is a country of samurai.
And he did see a legendary samurai, which is how he got the sword. So I wonder if, like, a lot of his tests will be, like, if he can grow stronger at Wano, if he can be considered a legendary samurai as well. And, I'm interested to see more with, the two other samurai, the one who can draw and the one who does the
ninja,
the ninja and their other friend. These three guys, like a real
Kinemon.
Yeah,
I forgot the other two.
Firefox is
Raizo. I remember one.
Firefox is one of my favorite characters. At first, I didn't like him, but I think that's a lot to do with how he was introduced. They didn't give him a lot of dignity when he was first introduced. Granted, he was cut up into pieces, and
he's a good pseudo-father figure.
Yeah, he's a good pseudo-father figure. He has the ability to cut fire. Okay, like, yeah. That's cool.
Anything I bet Zoro will end up fighting the Shogun.
Yeah, Zoro will probably be the one to take on this opponent, and I really hope that Zoro's the one to take down the big bad this time, because...
Depends on who's considered the big bad, the Shogun or Kaido.
True. I mean, here's the thing, like, I think there was only one other time where a side character got to take down the main character of the plot, other than Luffy. I'm trying to remember, because I think there was one time.
Wasn't it?
What's that? Hello? Hello?
Wasn't that in a movie that Zoro took down the main villain?
Oh yeah, that was in the movie. I forget which one, but yeah, like there was one time where he took down the main villain.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, Zoro took down the main villain in one of the movies. Took down Saiga in movie 4, or was it movie 5? Which was the one with the evil sword?
I am not sure. Hold on, it appears that the chat's acting weird. Let me restart the chat. I don't know what's going on with the internet right now. Like, I really don't, because I'm not super dropping frames, but I'm starting to drop frames again. And it could just be... Alright, the chat's working now. I don't know. I may have to cut the stream soon because we're experiencing technical difficulties. And, I don't know what's going on. Luckily, we have almost all the mystery goo we need. But, yeah. Anyway... What were you saying before all that happened?
Well, I think it was like... Oh, right, the movie. Didn't Zoro take down one of the main villains in Saiga? And what's the one with the evil sword?
I didn't see that movie. I know what you're talking about, but like I haven't seen a lot of the movies.
I know Luffy does fight the big bad, but I think Zoro is the one who does the rest.
Mm-hmm. I mean, which it would make sense since, you know, it's a swordsman. So
Otherwise, it's like team ups. Zoro and Luffy took down Morgan.
Yeah, it's mostly been team ups with Zoro. He's been taking out some of the big bosses, the big bad bosses. But yeah. All right. I think simply because of the internet derping, if I don't get any more mystery goo with this run around, then I'm going to end the stream a bit premature, unfortunately, but
no Hades Cup?
Yeah, well, I don't know what's going on with the internet. I mean, it's fine on my end, but we were just dropping frames like crazy, and we have been going for a while since I started at 7. This is about a 4-hour stream now, and I knew it would take a while. I was really hoping to hit up the Hades Cup, but like the mystery goo just takes so long, and we still haven't seen the Wizard's Relic. Like, what the hell, RNJesus? I got it so much earlier in both of my PS3 playthroughs. They must have nerfed the drop rate for the PS4 version. They had to. Ah, God. Either way, this will make for an interesting YouTube video. I've been having fun with this. Let's see. Yeah, like, I think Zoro is a badass, but I feel like some of the crew members don't get a fair shake sometimes, unfortunately. Like, Nami sometimes doesn't get anything to do. Robin gets nothing to do for a large portion.
Fire!
I want to say Nami did do a few things this arc. Not just with what she did with Luffy, but there's also more in the arc. There's actually one really cool thing she did.
Like, I know she has a new climate tact, but that's all.
She got one from the one from Zoe.
Yep.
But that's not what I mean. There's like something she does that I didn't think would happen.
Interesting.
I don't expect fights at this point. Just do something that's like awesome. That helps the crew, that helps you get out of danger. Unfortunately, they do just that. And I'm hoping this actually leads to something later, because I don't think they actually showed the full follow-up. But let's just say there's something that happens that involves the little cloud buddy that Big Mom has.
Come on, just shiver again. These white mushrooms are so... Oh, and they disappeared before I can get anything. Alright. I think that's it. I'm going to call the stream now. We've been having trouble with internet, and RNJesus is not on my side. We did a lot today.
So close.
Yeah, we're so close. We did a lot today, though. We got all of the... We synthesized the 7 elements for Goofy. And before I go, let's just take a look at it. Because Goofy's 7 elements is not as good, but it's weird. It looks like 7 shields, like, slapped together.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's that. We are, like, our road to Ultimate Weapon is mostly complete because we need 2 more mystery goos. We need 2 more mystery goos, and then we just need the Serenity Powers, which 3 of them isn't too bad, because I'm getting all the mystery goos out of the way now, so that's going to be done, and the Dark Matter is going to be done, so it's just the Serenity Power. So yeah, so just 2 more mystery goos. We'll get some Gales, we'll get the Dark Matter synthesized, and then we'll do the Serenity Power next stream, and we'll get that out of the way. But anyway, guys, first of all, I apologize because the internet was acting weird. Thank you guys so much for watching, and for following and subscribing. For those on YouTube, thanks for watching. For those on Twitch, thanks for tuning into the stream. I know it's a Sunday night. I'll probably stream again later, but I'm not entirely sure when. Still working on that, but yeah, so we're going to be doing more streaming later. Let's see. Thanks, Isaac, for showing up, because
No problem.
my main people are out doing stuff. But yeah, so next time, we just gotta get those last 2 mystery goos. We gotta get 3 Serenity Powers. Then we can hit up the Hades Cup. I've been saying this for a while, but RNG was not on our side, and unfortunately, that means that, it's gonna take a little bit longer to get to the Hades Cup than I would have liked. But we're getting there. But anyway, I will see you guys next time. I'm Zenith Rule, and you guys have a fantastic evening, and just make sure to have fun, eat some good food, and I hope that RNG is on your side. Have a good one, guys.
Hey, this is Megami33. Thank you for watching Zenith Will Review. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more awesome videos. If you like what you see, check out the Patreon page at patreon.com/ZenithWillReview.